Before we start properly today, I'm actually going to do something a little different. Of course, I've got myself unmuted again. I'm going to start off with something slightly different, still relating to Idolmaster. So, to begin today, I'm actually just going to make something in Game Maker Studio quickly. Because, as it turns out, I'm going to be infinite jumping for a good while, and unfortunately I need to be optimal. Otherwise, I just can't make it, which is fantastic. So, I'm just gonna... I don't know how to capture Studio properly. I'm pretty sure it gets weird with all the windows, so we just wanted to capture this. D-jump. You comment it out so that we have infinite jump. Actually, important thing. Hold on, just hide my browser quickly. What was the name? That was it. 10 hours long. Yep, that makes sense. Alright, cool. There we go, perfect. This is always such a good song for this. Okay, so, it has infinite jump. OBJ start. I've had this in mind. Could I have done this before streaming? Yes, I could have. However, it's more fun this way. With OBJ end. Hey. There we go. Because I'm going to make another object called OBJ end. And you are also going to have this thing. Oh yeah, I need to add that in, don't I? Yeah, fine. Alright, new line it is, as always. Should have done that in the first place. Instance destroy is always important in this stuff. And in you... guess I'll just make it visible, because why not? Gotta initialize variables. If start E+. Do I need to add anything else here? I don't think so. I think it's the draw event. That's the only thing left. So, draw set color. Draw set font. Sure. I don't know. Always just make sure it's centered because otherwise it gets awkward. So, draw text 440. Like, I know whenever I try to put it like a certain distance, it always gets kind of weird. So I always just put a little bit more down. Yeah. Let's not do draw self, just so we don't really know where the finish line is. And I'm gonna make a few rooms here. So I'm gonna make the background a little more dull first as well. That's not the important thing here. Blocks. Gotta make sure I don't kill myself off the ceiling. That would be fantastic. Player start. OBJ start will just be one block above the player. Can't dodge that. OBJ end will be one block from the end. I mean, if I get to the end of the other one anyway, I'm going to die. So that's the plan for this, and you are short. And I will actually save this just so it doesn't go in my like default thing. Save as infinite jump speed test. So that's what we're doing here. I am trying to figure out how fast I need to go on this. Now I'm going to duplicate this a couple of times, and then I'm just going to make them bigger. Normal, long, very long. Okay, yeah. So, you are normal, which is going to be twice the height. I'm not going to bother moving the blocks on the side, because I'm not going to move left and right here anyway. That's not the important part. And, like, that's still going to be the top. That's fine. You are going to be long, which is 12, 16 times 2, 24, 32. That's 21. I can't maths. Despite having just said it out loud. Heck yes. Did I just place something? I did. I placed OBJ World, didn't I? Cool. Gotta love when you do that. Imagine having to click on a tiny ass target here. That should be good. And then you will be our daily log, which I have already forgotten the room height of long, so 4864. Yep, that's right. 8 rooms tall. Because this one in the game in Idolmaster is even bigger than this. So, you know, it feels like a reasonable idea for practice. Imagine making a practice tool for an adventure game. You in the right spot, you're one off. Alright, cool. Here is the infinite jump speed test. Now I will check if I have broken everything quickly. Meanwhile, let's just see if anyone's talking. Hi! Yep. Hi, Game. Hi, Lemon. Hi, Game Maker. Yep. That's what I was saying. Alright, let's see if the infinite jump speed test is going to work out or if this is going to be a bit balked. Oh, is debug on? Never tell if I have debug on. Yeah, okay, good. I do have that enabled by default. Fantastic. Because, like, the difference between infinite jump mashing and not... No, I'm just doing this on hard. I don't want the bow. Start not set before re... I set T, though. God. You'd think with something simple it'd be impossible to screw up. Oh, cameras. There we go. I knew I forgot something there. Camera was something I did need. You're a bit too low anyway, so I'm going to put you up to 30. Camera does make sense. It doesn't matter for our short, but I'll put it in here anyway, just for the sake of consistency. How do you smooth camera this? I know you can't just place the smooth camera in the room and expect it to work. You need to do something fancy. And it's like start it next to the player or something. I don't exactly remember how it works. I've not got too much experience with using the scrolling camera, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I'm pretty sure it says in the object itself. Place this object next to the player, set the view to follow the object. Okay. View. Follow. Thing. I'm pretty sure this didn't work for me once. But I'll take your word for it. And obviously it doesn't really matter in our short because, you know, it's short. There's one room. Alright, time to see how it's broken. Hey, Neos. You know, that looks suspiciously like not infinite jump. The lag's just because I'm doing monitor screen share, that makes sense. So why did this not get destroyed? What? What? What did I do this time? You'd think this would be basic. I'm stupid. Also, D-Jump's still going to friggin' 0. Man. Oh, that's probably the one, isn't it? Oh, I commented out the wrong one. Yeah, I commented out that equals 1 instead of that. Oh my god. I am stupid. Heck yeah. Okay, apparently you need brackets now. Sure, whatever. It's not like this is going to be like some hyper-intense sort of Game Maker project anyway. I'm just trying to test infinite jump speeds, you know? So yeah, I'll show off in the short room quickly, like, this is what happens when I, like, on my first practice run, this is how this went. Like, I'm trying to spam jump as much as I can. It doesn't stop. That's kind of a problem. Game Maker. Just to show that even people with experience are also idiots and nobody really knows what's going on. Doesn't matter how much experience you got, you still make dumbass mistakes, and I am not that experienced. So yeah, 123 with me mashing. And 138 with that. Was that because I was trying to 5 frame? I swear that... So, like, the plan that I've currently got is that you're meant to try, like... 5 frame the whole way up. Because, like, just mashing isn't good. It's not optimal. But it's hard to tell, like... That was the wrong room, because I didn't... How do I best deal with this, then? Because, like, spamming 5 frames is supposed to be the optimal one, but I can't tell my jump height. But it's like, if you try jumping too quickly, that's bad. How do I best do this, then? Feels very familiar too. Yeah, I can imagine. Oh yeah, I don't even need to, like... Yeah, I've done the game maker part now. I can just change this over, can't I? There we go. So yeah, from what I'm told, optimal, like, infinite jump is... Like, you spam 5 frames over and over again. And just so we're all on the same page here, for the few people that are here. But now, why are you trying to be optimal with your infinite jumps? And, well, hold on a moment. Where's the first video? There it is. Guess I'll be, popping up the screen share again. So yeah, here's, me doing things. It's on stream. Oh no, I'm gonna link this later on, like, in a video if I ever clear this. But, like, this was me just, like, okay, let's just see how close I get playing the boss. And, you know, we all know how this works. You go in, you fall all the way down, yada yada yada. I've got God mode on, so I literally cannot die. This is literally just to test, can I kill her if I shoot fast enough and go up fast enough? How close do I get if I do this? So, yeah. Mashing jump. And let's just, like, speed this up, because you can see how long this video is. Just trying to climb up takes so much time. It's so long. The webcam doesn't go over her face. Good. Yeah, this is literally just me trying to jump up and see how fast I go to see if I can kill her in time. Just mashing the jump button. For the record, there is at least one part that we'll see that I think it was that little blip there, maybe. I think it's later. Where I could have kept jumping, but because, you know, infinite jump and it's 2 minutes long, my hand got a little tired about 1:40 in. It's so long. It's so long. That was a minute. Yeah, I'm literally just doing this the whole way up. Just to see how things go. And you'll notice on the right-hand side, they're a bit above my webcam now, and surprisingly close to the spikes. Also, you can see my jumping is, my jumping here is a lot slower than... Is it even that much slower? I actually can't tell. It doesn't even look that much slower. Just keep on going. And, yeah, so just for the record, this is... After this hit, she has 3 health left. Maybe I could have gotten another one with one moment in here where I screwed up on the jumping, but, like, I've just done this with God mode. I'm just focused on pressing jump and I'm trying to kill her. And she still has at least 2 to 3 health left. This is with me just spamming shift over and over again. Just take that off quickly. Hell, yes! Yes, it is. Yes. So, that's that. Yeah, I mean... And then... I showed this to Kiyoshi. Kiyoshi said, oh, you're jumping too quickly. And I thought, okay, that seems a bit weird. How could I be jumping too fast? Like, oh yeah, you've got to try to, like, alternate 5 frames. So, here's round 2. So, with this one, Kiyoshi gave me an auto hotkey script to rebind right shift. So, let's just get the keyboard up here and make sure I can actually see whether I'm doing this right. So, Kiyoshi rebound right shift here to the up arrow. So I'm alternating between the shift over here and the up arrow here. And I'm trying my very best to do that as many 5-frame jumps as possible, because that's supposed to be perfect. I think I have that in the description. Yeah, auto hotkey to rebind right shift to up, tried to jump in 5-frame intervals. But I'm literally going like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and trying my best to go all the way up from there. Again, not focusing on dodging, just focusing on jumping. You can immediately see a result from the start. And then I realized, oh yeah, it's kind of hard to shoot while you're doing this alternate jump strat. So I'm just like, I'm alternating between jump and shoot and up for the other jump at the same time. Jump, shoot, jump, shoot, jump, shoot. And like, if we skip through a bit more again. Like, we started again around a minute because that's just how long it takes to fall down. You can see that I am going drastically faster on her health bar. Like, there's still, like, only this much distance left, though, with this method. Like, this is a lot of distance, don't get me wrong, this is a lot of distance. However, that is still a minute of jumping optimally. And I feel like I might need to use, like, shift and up arrow if I want to do this well. And in which case, I'm still going to have to pause at moments because, you know, bullets. This thing, all these bastards everywhere. Look at this bullcrap. Look at this bullcrap just bouncing around. You think I can just mash perfectly? I gotta go through left, then right, then left, then right. While also doing this? Bro. Oh yeah, and in case anyone missed the message, by the way, I have looked at the project file, as you can probably imagine, God mode. So as it turns out, there is exactly one difference on this boss between Master difficulty and Very Hard. On Master, she has 1 more health when going upwards. That is terrifying, admittedly. That is also the only difference. On Very Hard mode, she spawns the same number of bullets, the same number of these projectiles, as on Master, they move at the same speed as on Master, and nothing changes on the way back down as on Master. It's no surprise nobody has cleared this boss, because suddenly everybody's having to clear this boss on Master difficulty after playing on Very Hard for God knows how long. Eden's an asshole. The best part about this, or the worst part, and this is why I think Eden's an asshole, there are actually things saying to nerf certain parts if you're playing on Very Hard. Like the bursts that spawn the objects are meant to spawn 5 on Very Hard, and then 8 on Master. Except then he just commented that out. Cool! So yeah, we're all playing on Master difficulty. Heck yeah! Oh, okay. It's 284, and if I try to... If I just mash, I'm jumping too low, and that's the problem. But, like, if I try to jump in the right frame window, like 5 frames all the way up, it doesn't get close. Like, that's slower. So this is what this GMK is meant to be about. This is what this little thing here is meant to be about. This is trying to figure out how to optimally jump. Because if I can't do this, I'm not getting close. I'm not getting close to beating this boss. Like, the important part is, like, shrinking down the amount of time you're not holding jump, for sure. But I don't think I'm doing it well. I don't feel like I'm doing it well. For the record, by the way, Dorothy has beaten the boss twice on the way up. At least twice. So it is possible to get back on the way down. However... Eden's such a bitch. Oh my god, dude. Like, it's not even funny. Kiyoshi pointed out as well, when you kill her going up again, it spawns her icon at the top of the screen, which is meant to be the thing coming down to kill you. However, when you first get there, you don't know that. So you see her appear at the top and think, oh, okay, I've got to go to the top again to kill her on the way down third time. And then you get up there and there's just a wall of death. It would be funny if it wasn't on very hard mode as Master. Like, it would be funny if it was nerfed a little bit so it wouldn't be that hard to get to that point. But, like, with how it is, it's just such a bitch move. Alright, let's just see if I can do this then. Let's do it like this then. I just fall back down to the bottom, that's it. Nice cancels. Like, look at that. Look at that. When I'm alternating between left shift and Z and up, it's like night and day. Because the downtime between jumps is so much smaller. Yeah, like, this is me mashing as fast as I can. That gets 265, or... God, it's so much less. I think I might have to use 2 shift keys. I might have to use 2 shifts for this. Like, 2 shift is easy enough, but it's specifically moving left and right while everything else is going on. Because I don't think I could do the left and right movement while using 2 shifts. I'm gonna have to stick with rebinding for up. Which even then, it's still difficult to move, man. This is gonna be difficult for me. It's like, more specifically, I'd do it with 1 shift if I could. Which might be possible still, but I don't know if that's fast enough or not. Like, that might be too slow to make it. Because I don't know how far do I have to go in 2 minutes? About 2 minutes. You have about 2 minutes to get to the top. 13,000 or something? Let's just make the room again. Where is the thing? Hold on a moment. Game Maker 8.1 projects. Let me just check the room size of this quickly, just to figure out how tall we're actually talking here. Because this room is huge, unsurprisingly. It's like, what, 18608 size rooms or something? It's bloody massive. 24,320, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my god. Okay, I'm just gonna show this. So, this is the difference between, like, the room I was the longest room I've got so far, and, this room. So, I just duplicated really long. This is 8 rooms tall. I was just playing on normal. This is 2 rooms tall. I was getting through that in, like, 300 frames-ish, which is, what, like 6 seconds? Something like that. Here is the actual room. This is the size of the room in Idolmaster. It just keeps going. Jesus Christ. Look at how small everything is. I can't even click on the object I made here. Are you good? You good there? Is everything okay? Alright, cool. Just gonna remake these at the bottom because it's easier than moving them. Jesus. Da, 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 da. That's not a bad idea, I'll be honest. However, I also don't know how to rebind things. Seriously, like, rebind, like, having jump on up is literally just somebody else did it for me because I don't know how to use auto hotkey. I've never needed it before. Normal, long, really long. The room! Am I holding jump too long? I can't tell. Trying to alternate correctly is also still just so hard. Like, I'm literally just focusing on trying to alternate between the two without starting to screw up. Get to the top, kill the girl. This is the practice tool I literally just made for infinite jump section to try to figure out if we're good or not. Dude, it's so long! Oh my god. I should have added like some sort of progress counter for sure. So you can tell how far up in the room I am. Like, just being in this infinite grey void. Honestly, doesn't feel entirely inaccurate to the final boss of Idolmaster. But yeah, like, it takes about 2 minutes. This is genuinely a good representation of how the final boss of Idolmaster goes. And I'm not even joking. Like... Radiant's not a bad idea either. Ah, my right hand is the one that's killing me there. What's 5,530? Hold on, let me just math this out. 5537 over 50 was a little under 2 minutes. That was a minute 50. It's also a little longer than the actual room because you won't have to deal with the top and the bottom. So it's probably more like a minute 40, a minute 30 for actually doing the room. How long did I spend in the actual attempt? I think it was still about 2 minutes. Oh no, I can't tell. Okay, so it starts about 50 seconds. And I killed her in about a minute 20, yeah. About a minute 20. With just the mashing and shooting. But like, this is more the goal of trying to get from bottom to top. Like, obviously if I kill her early, I don't have to go all the way. But that's easier said than done. Okay, what's a 5 frame? Yeah, this is immensely stupid. This is immensely stupid. Like, imagine needing needle tech for your adventure game. I'm not even joking. What's a 5 frame? What's a 5 frame on this keyboard? There's J-tool. There. Okay. 5 full jump in water is fine, right? You never hit a ceiling. No, it does actually stop. Bollocks. Like, I need like a frame counter to check how I'm doing on this without the ceiling being in the way. So I can try to infinite jump this. Like, again, it's more between the pause between the jumps that's the problem. Let's just water this all the way up, I guess. Screw it. Block at the bottom. Water there. Start. I have a pretty good idea. Yeah, okay, so I think the 5 frame part I'm actually pretty good at. Because 5 frame is like the optimal speed for going up. But I've got to do it for so long. It's more the downtime between jumps that I feel like is screwing me over. And then I've got to, you know, dodge bullets. Bullets everywhere. Even such a thing. Oh, damn, dude. Do I want to try the GMS one again? Kind of. Let's just try. I'm just gonna try the really long room in GMS in the practice tool quickly. I'll change the background quickly just so we can actually, you know, gradient this. How do you gradient this with the general background nonsense? I don't think you can. I think you need to add a color in of some sort. I'd actually have to edit things if I wanted to add the background in. I'm just gonna do this the basic way. Hold on. Edit object, raw. Obj player dot. No, wait, 200. Let's just say 200. Then obj player dot y. Player dot y. There we go. Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. This is basic, but it'll work. Actually, I'll also do this. If start. There we go. Just so we can tell how close we are to the top. So I need some sort of method of checking. Alright, let's just center that. Fine. Fine, I'll center that because it looks stupid otherwise. Freaking knew I was gonna have to do this at some point. God damn it. There you go. Alright, okay. Okay. Yeah, exactly, Thunder. I mean, that's what I was originally thinking as well. Oh, why are my cans so cold? They have been for like the last month for some reason. Just the weather, I guess. Like, the radiator's on. Very warm. Might be a bit too warm, actually. Alright, well, let's just do this in the short room quickly. Like, if you look at the Y coordinate, it feels like I go up pretty quickly. The problem is, you know... Like, I can see, just from looking at this, just how much time I'm spending falling between the jumps. I don't know if this would be different if I had a mechanical keyboard or something. I think my jump heights are pretty good still. It's just, again, how much downtime between my jumps. And the fact I've got to do this for like 2 minutes straight. Like, I don't think I'm doing badly at this. I also just don't think I'm doing good enough. Not including the fact that I'm doing this for like 2 minutes. And Eden hates people. So, you know. Like, who would make a boss like this at any point in time and think, oh yeah, this seems fine? Like, clearly Eden just doesn't get carpal tunnel, I guess. Doesn't get repetitive strain injury. Doesn't have wrist problems from spamming for like 2 minutes straight multiple times in a row. Well, I said wasp? God, no. No, this is a discovery if I can even beat this. Like, I have fully expected from the get-go there's a chance I just beat another person that stops on this boss. There's a very reasonable chance of that still, especially the more I look at this. This song feels so appropriate for this nonsense. No, if I can't beat it, then I can't beat it. That's it. It's over. I call Eden a bitch and move on with my life. If you want somebody to actually see what his final boss is like on Master Mode, then, well, either I'm going to God Mode through it, or he can nerf his goddamn game 3 years later. See, the other method is apparently something about, like Ninja did, like, hold shift and spam numpad. Okay, so that was, 1300 slower than using both shifts, and by that I mean shifted up, right? The other one was like 5500. Jeopardy a thing in the UK? I honestly don't know. The theme song's great. That was about 20 to 25 seconds slower. Yeah, 5537. There you go. Hold on, I don't know what that number was. 6810. 6810 minus 5537 over 50. Yeah, 25.46 seconds slower. That's 25 seconds slower. And again, that also doesn't take into account having to dodge. And that's the real problem. I think I could probably... Okay, no, I've got an idea. Okay, so when I don't have bullets, when I don't have to shoot, I can focus on just, like, doing this, I guess. I mean, there's still going to be a problem of left and right, and that's the problem. Apparently Dorothy said the objects bouncing off each other was the issue, and boy, does he have no idea. Maybe that was early on, and maybe that's why that's the part that's nerfed in Rush Hour, but man, it really isn't the problem. Alright, I'll try it. We'll see how this goes. Go to the bullcrap. I don't think I can do it with a single shift, but I want to at least give it a few shots, you know? That was half an hour of Jeopardy for me just trying to figure out whether I can make this or not. No, Garega... No, I said this before, Pigeon, a couple of times. No, Garega apparently got back to the final boss on his own. When I started very hard, I messaged him, and that's what he said. And then quit. Yeah, this boss is kind of garbage. If Garega's the one that doesn't clear, then there's no way. Like, there's just no way. And I still gotta go through the... Up his jump, yes, of course. I still gotta go through the minute intro of this every single time I want to try to figure this out as well. Oh, it's too early. Yeah, fair enough. Oh no, I'm just gonna disable the auto hotkey thing quickly. Oh, there was a suspend button. Oh, neat. Speedrun. Nobody's speedrunning this. Nobody would speedrun the other difficulties if they could help it. It's just that people needed to be able to play on very hard, because Eden's a bitch. Actually, no, let's be real, I did say that was actually kind of a cool aspect. I did like that. Unfortunately, the run is the garbage part there. That was the problem on that one. Like, I do think the speedrun aspect is kind of cool. I thought it was cool in Stop the Heartbeats X as well. Ooh. And it is. Unfortunately, in this game, the RNG sucks dick because Eden's the one balancing, so... 5 shift keys. I don't even think 5 shift keys would help me, that's the problem. 4 shift keys isn't the problem. It's like the downtime between shift keys, if anything. And like, more shifts isn't going to help me with that because I'm not used to using more shift keys. I am used to using one shift key. And that is it. We don't get a second shift key in this stream channel. Hello, hi, Mr. Bullet. You a bitch. Bitch! Oh my god. Yeah, no, I can accidentally cancel. And I'm sure I did a few times. Oh, sure, Psycho's a rhythm game. I can do rhythm games. That's a different story. The drop is definitely RNG heavy, yes. Sometimes you die. Reminder, this is the same as Master Difficulty. That was on me. I could have dodged that. This is the exact same as Master Difficulty. So there are two kinds of spawners here. There's the one that's directly below you, called Light, and then there's the rest, called Heavy. The heavy ones spawn 8. The light one spawns 3. And funnily enough, there is a code saying in Master Difficulty spawn 6 on the one below you, but that is entirely commented out. So that is actually like a nerf of some sort. Because maybe even Eden realized that was too bullcrap. Getting 6 below you is just too unreasonable to be able to survive. But yeah, that's not there, which is cool. If anybody ever managed to reach Master, which they won't. If I'm not the one to do it, I genuinely don't think anyone will. I screwed that up, but sure. And I'll try this still. Like, you see the problem. I can't just easily jump, you know? I can't just jump. And that's why this is a problem. Like, oh yeah, just alternate between the two all the time. Sure, but like... then you actually have to dodge. And yeah, the part on the way down is the unfair part. The part on the way up is the hard part. Yeah, I had shockingly good RNG there, I'm gonna be honest. There was basically nothing above me. But I don't know if that was good on the speed. I think it was, but like, admittedly the problem was going to be more at the end than the start. Ah, I was right, please. How long even is this game? This is the end. This is it. This is the final boss in very hard mode. Or as the game says in all caps in the title bar, last_stage. 4 people have reached this boss, including myself. 0 people have cleared it. Granted, one of them only reached it recently, so that is kind of an unfair statement. So, but like, one of them was Goreka. It's 16. It's 17 on Master. Oh, that is different here, of course. I didn't realise that was going down there. I stopped going down as soon as it hit the wall too. Cool. In the rise unknowingly. I mean, you saw me trying to alternate between jumps, Pigeon. There is some leniency. I killed her about 2/3, 3/4 of the way up. I mean, yeah, somebody else mentioned auto hockey as well, but I just said, like, if I can't do it myself, then I'm not gonna clear. I'm just not gonna beat the game. I won't be the first. Like, beating this, like, somebody saying, oh yeah, why didn't you beat this boss? Is almost like somebody saying, like, why didn't you beat Big Kid in Love Trap? Hey, I don't understand what you mean then, Pigeon, because that's what I replied to. I guess I could calculate how long you have on the way up. Granted, again, remember that, like, the sooner you kill her on the way up, the better for going back down, for sure. Oh, okay. I mean, no. Oh, sorry, yeah, no, I mean, yes, that's what I showed the second video for. When I was alternating between left shift and up. Like, I showed that I killed her around the 2/3 mark, so around here or something, a bit higher than here. There is leniency, but that's when I was doing alternating between left shift and up. Yeah, no, it's fair, Martin. It's like, I get the statement, it's just, if I can't do it myself, then like, I don't think a script's really gonna help me, because I'd also still have to turn the script off and on every so often as well, to be able to jump up well, because of the bullets that I've got to dodge. So it's not just as easy as just have something jump for you, because the jump height's just the main problem. Then you get the rest of the problem. Woo you! Yeah, it's around here, I think. I'll just open the video up again. Where was it? Are you proof of concept 2? You're proof of concept 2. Okay, there you go. Here's proof of concept 2. This is when I'm alternating between left shift and up to jump. Oh, that was on the way back down. My bad. Spoilers. Can't be having that. There you go. I kill her at this point, about 2/3, 3/4 of the way up. Again, jumping perfectly, but like you saw the difference between me jumping between the two is about 25 seconds. So you have this much leniency. Not, like, I'm not going to say I was jumping perfectly, because there was a script that somebody tried to make and didn't work for me. But like, yeah, that's about the 25 seconds of difference right there. If not more, actually, because I died when I hit the top, so. How much time this would be equivalent to? I don't, but I could technically figure that out. Hold on a moment. I probably should figure this out at some point, honestly. Like, that does seem important to note. If we're going, like, full-on detail on this, then a very important change that we're going to do in the meanwhile. You gave me an advert. Screw you, YouTube. Just refresh and get it out of here. There we go. Alright, so I'm not going to show the GMK on stream again, but partly because it's not necessary for this and partly because... So let's just figure this out mathematically. So when she dies, she spawns this object. This object moves at a speed of -3. Alright. Wait, actually I should probably check specifically where it does spawn, because that is important, isn't it? Alright, so it spawns, let's just write these down as well. 24016 is where it spawns at. It moves at a speed of -3. However, when it's shot, which is very important because that's kind of, you know, half the problem, it moves at a speed of -5 for 75 frames. And she has 16 HP, because cool. Yeah, again, the only difference is 1 more HP on Master. Stupid piece of crap. So, considering she has 16 HP, that means you have 15 hits, basically. Which is 15 times 5, which is, I'm trying to figure out if I'm doing the maths right, as opposed to whether I've done the 15 times 5 right, because I've got a calculator for that. Oh yeah, it's 5 times 75 times 15. Okay, so a distance of 5,625 is taken up from just her moving quickly when you can't do crap. So, that's 24016 minus 5625. Just so we can, you know, assuming, I mean, she also cuts off before the top as well, but to hell with it, I'm not going to go that precise here. So, 24016 minus 5625 is 18,391 over 3 is about 6,130 frames, which is I don't know, like 5 minutes or something? It's about, yeah, about 2 minutes. Exactly what I thought it was. Yeah, it's about 2 minutes. That's how long you have to go up. Yeah, that, I mean, considering the other things I've done, that should be pretty obvious. What was the other number? How long did it take me? Hold on, let me just times this by 50 again. That was 6130. Oh, I did it in 660, didn't I? 6600. Ooh, that's bad. Ooh, that's a problem. That's 700 frames off making it with single jump. Oh my god. That's how to climb. I mean, it was almost around the point that I showed on my proof of concept 2. Probably a bit lower than that, obviously, but like, not a huge amount, like maybe halfway up or something, let's say. It would have to be a minimum of a fifth of the way up. Actually, can you even catch up with her when she's moving quickly? Because she moves at -7. Actually, do I even have this right? I don't. Sorry, let me correct myself. It says V speed minus equals 5, not equals -5. That's my bad. So she moves at -8. Okay, so that's 8 times 75. I made a mistake there. 8 times 75. Imagine being able to read maths correctly. Times 15 is 9,000, which is a bit different. Which is 15,000 over 3, which is 5,000 frames, which is too damn small. About a minute 40. I'm clearly doing the maths wrong here somewhere, because I did catch up with her when I was doing the alternate strats, and I was slow on the other in the test thing. So clearly I'm doing something off on this maths. I don't know. This is why I don't do maths on this stuff normally, because I know I'm going to do it wrong somehow. Clearly I'm doing something wrong on that, but yeah, the basics is I don't know if I can catch her with just one jump button. But I want to at least try a few times, you know? Like, I think for the most part for this stream, I'm going to be trying with a single shift, and then next time I try, that's going to be going over to alternating. Yeah, can you get it higher than -8 though? For a long time. Because I said I made a mistake, and it's like minus equals 5, not equals -5. So she's actually going to -8 on the way up. Okay, yeah, so no then. So she will ascend faster than you, even for a task. Because yeah, I'm curious as well what it would be like, but like, it'd probably just be easier to just like make a script that makes you force 5 frames every single time, so like 5 frame release 1, 5 frame release 1, so on and so forth. Because then you don't have to worry about, you know, bullets and whatnot. It's literally just the distance. 75 frames? Probably not. Cool. Yeah, I don't think you can make that. 75 frames at -8 is too much. I screwed that up, but I live anyway. Cool. Bitch. Go at that point. At least I still remember my strat for this, so that's good. Still gonna nearly kill me a lot of the time. There's nothing I can do about it, but whatever. At least it's only 3, I guess. I moved back into that. I thought I'd die if I went to the left more, because I died that way before. Thanks, Wolfie. Today is the proof of concept. I made a practice tool for a moment just to see how fast I can infinite jump. The answer is probably too slow. Then I tried a maths in that just a little bit. I'm not very good at the maths. That's what I learned. I don't know how to math this out correctly. Because it definitely came up with an answer that was too small than was the actual answer. Yeah, thanks very much. I'm not clearing this today, for sure. There's not a chance in hell I'm clearing this today, but we'll see how it goes at least. Like, today is just Like, what I'm gonna get from today's stream is figuring out how long this boss is gonna take me, and more importantly, if I even can beat this. And again, for the record, because like, it seems to get missed quite a bit, I went into this game fully knowing what was happening at the end. Fully knowing that I may not beat this game. Like, I know how it ends. I am aware of how much of a dick move— well, actually, I wasn't even aware of how much of a dick move it was. I thought it was still less of a dick move than it currently is. It is so much more of a dick move than I expected. I'm basically playing on Master, even as such an asshole. He is such a bitch. As a person, cool, he seems nice enough from what I've seen of him in chats and people's reactions to him. As a maker, wow! Douchebag! Doesn't exist in normal or hard, no. And that's the point, Wolfie, because, like, on very hard, there is actually things that are, like, if on very hard, make this easier. And then he comments that out. So, it's just this is the exact same fight on this difficulty and the next. Except on the next difficulty, he has 1 more health when going upwards. That is the only difference. Number of bullets that spawn, the speed they spawn at, speed they move, etc, so on and so forth, is all exactly the same between the 2 difficulties. So yeah, it makes complete sense to me now on why nobody cleared this boss, because we're all suddenly playing on the hardest difficulty instead of the second hardest. Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of questionable things. Mostly from Eden. Not entirely. Won't argue with that. What, Metro Cross is very questionable from Tutor in round 2. Don't understand that, bollocks. Xevious, I guess, just doesn't have good songs because the song choice is exceptionally questionable as well. But maybe there's just no good music there. Go with the halfway point. Get out. Crap. No, he's a P for producer. It's an Idolmaster thing. Eden might be an alien, thinking this is reasonable. The creativity to come up with something interesting, and then the inability to realize the problems. Or why those problems are a problem, not to fix it. Again, I feel like it bears repeating. He clearly knows what the problematic parts are in the game, because on beginner, all of that's gone. Like, there's no bats in Babel. Ami and Mami are, well, I mean, they still have wizards, so... as far as I'm aware. But otherwise... like, the vast majority of it's pretty alright. I keep going at the wrong timing on that one. I keep forgetting it's different from the last one there. Oh. The green one just doesn't bounce, apparently. Okay. Maybe that's what that was. Fair enough, that's on me. Every moment I spend not jumping makes me panic a little bit. But like, I need to try it out again. I need to try it out again. Hold on, where is this thing? I need to try. I need to figure out for sure. I need to be sure of myself on this. Like, can I just not make it? This boss is clearly not test played in the slightest. Otherwise, maybe Eden would have actually kept the nerfs in on very hard mode, but then maybe somebody would have had to beat his game, so can't be having that now. Because he clearly doesn't want people... like, he tries as hard as he can to make people stop playing. Clearly. Every step of the way. It really is, honestly. Like, Eden's a really interesting maker, and then he just puts difficulty over fun. So much of the time, I feel like. That's the problem. And man... because, like, the end of it... there's the boss for the end of the game is actually a neat idea. It's a very long tower, which is kind of cool, as like it's kind of scary and all, and it's shooting out every sprite in the game. However, wrist pain. Alright, let me just move over quickly. There we go. Oh no, guys, I decompiled the game at some point. Yeah, 3 years ago when Gorega got screwed over. I decompiled this game like 3 years ago to figure out how close Gorega was from the end when he was told to restart. Like, that was one of the funniest parts about even getting mad about somebody decompiling the game. Like, I did this a long time ago. Oh yeah, no. See, here's the best part, Poochie. If you know me well enough, you know I really dislike using practice tools. This isn't even for practice. This is to figure out if I can do it or not. This isn't a practice tool so much as an existing tool. Does this chance exist? I mean, the spike columns aren't honestly the worst part. It really is just like this. It is just this. Welcome to the next 2 minutes of the stream, by the way. It doesn't change anything, no, she spawns at the bottom on part 2. That's why I'm killing her ASAP, because it doesn't matter where she dies. This is a third of the way, by the way. Look at this crap! Like, I'd have to wait so long at that point just to get through. Okay, better jumping for a little bit here. Well, I'm actually halfway on a health bar, so that's something. However, my arm's obviously getting pretty tired. This is me mashing, yes. I'm trying to, like, 5 frame every single time because that's optimal. But, like, it's the downtime between jumps that's the problem. It's the downtime between jumps that's the problem. Yeah, I decompiled the game ages ago, Drag. Alright, so it's possible. There is a chance. Exceptionally slim. And let's just keep going up, so. And there's the death. No, that's the same height. I literally took the room height pigeon. And then you gotta go back to the bottom to win. I can't do that with a single shift. Yeah, you gotta fall again. I can't do that with one shift. I'm gonna have to alternate. Alright. Oh yeah, I decompiled the... I disabled the script, didn't I? Yeah, alright, I'm using the auto hotkey thing. Fine. I'm not gonna be able to do that with one shift button. Not a chance. Also, I need to turn the radiator down because it actually feels... Oh, radiator's off, so why am I so hot? Oh, Jesus. That was a... So how long was that? That seemed like a solid 2 minutes of just me mashing jump, right? I'm fairly certain. I don't know if there's a better button to alternate between... Like, can I rebind right shift to Z and then also have Z as shoot? Because I'd take that. Because I don't know how to use auto hotkey. I also don't have auto hotkey. Like, Kiyoshi literally made an EXE for me. Because I don't know how this works. I've never used auto hotkey in my life. I've never needed to. Alright, so this starts at... 146. Is that seriously? It's literally, it really is just a minute to get from the bottom to the top. Why was that a minute? You genuinely only have about 60 to 70 seconds to go from bottom to top, huh? This fight is insanity that somebody thinks this is acceptable. Jesus. I mean, that was the other plan. I don't know how that works, though. Like, how do you do that? Is it... Oh, it really is just spam that. Okay, gotcha. The problem is I can't arrow keys, you know? I need to move left and right as well. That's why I think the numpad strap's not going to work for me. Alternating fingers on left shift. I don't think that's going to be viable because the downtime's still going to be too much. Because, like, my left shift's really small. It's like the size of a regular letter key as opposed to one of the long buttons. I'm also not sure if I would have pulled that off well either. I'll try with the up button a couple of times. Yeah, alright, I'll just try it like that and we'll see how it goes, and then I'll have to dodge when I dodge. Cool. People out here looking at Maker and, like, Design Chrome as the insane goal achievements. Like, oh man, somebody's done FTFA Deathless. Yeah, what? Do you know how many people have done very hard mode in Idolmaster? Adventure Game Hall of Fame, or maybe I should say Hall of Destruction. Hall of Fame seems unfair because it means that, like, I'm giving this credit as, like, a good thing. And it's immensely stupid. Immensely stupid. Like, the reason this got made is because somebody's dumb, as opposed to somebody wanted to make stupidly hard needle. Dude. Yeah, I know, they probably shouldn't be in there. I can't alternate. How do I do that? This is just... I'm just not used to alternating, that's the problem on this. Like, I've got to alternate and I've got to dodge. And... How? Just how? Alright, cool. Good RNG, thanks game. Didn't screw me over. Crap. Well, that's on me. Yeah, so like, you suggest the numpad strap, Poochie, but then how exactly do I do that and move left and right to dodge? Also, and for the record, this is a very important part of this to keep in mind that, like, I think a lot of people are forgetting. Like, I can't... If I was just mashing shift to go up, then these suggestions are great. But the fact is that, one, I've got to stop mashing and then get back into it, and that trying to get that rhythm is hard. And two, I've got to, you know, press left and right as well. Means that I can't just, like, oh yeah, just put your hands on, put your face on the keyboard and then just roll on it. Doesn't quite work out. Yeah, exactly, that's the problem. Trying to alternate with up while doing left and right to dodge does sound like hell. I don't really have a better button though. That's why I was wondering if you can rebind Z to, like, shoot and jump. Because I got nothing. I screwed that up, but I got lucky. Because at least that way it would be, like, alternating between, you know, jump and a button that's also jump that's close by. I don't know why I thought I'd make it around that one in time. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I'd be very good at that, but I'm not going to disagree with the idea. I think the idea is decent. I just don't think I can pull off the execution very well, but I also don't have much practice at it, so that's the other problem. Why did I press right? I panicked. God damn it. Yes, up is jump. Now people are gonna see how I just randomly press buttons that don't matter half the time. No. Come on, I should have gone to that right to that one. Yeah, so that one I should have gone to the right of, but the other one wasn't. Last one. Screw you. This is why I don't know if I should go to the right or not, but I'm fairly maybe I should go to the right after all, because the reason I was doing it before was because I spawned them over, like, kind of to the left, and they exploded and bounced off the wall. Like, maybe it's just fine. Yeah, maybe it's just fine. Maybe I was just overreacting to it. It was just a bad position or something. It would be a lot easier than having to think of it like 3 spots in advance. Does mean I have to cut it a little close on some of these, but yeah, that is pretty fast still. I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know. Don't really have much of a better idea though for the drop. And like obviously I'd like to optimize the drop if I can, considering that how the end works. And still use arrows. I mean, you can use them. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying trying to alternate back and forth between the two is really difficult, and it's going to slow you down even more. I'm not saying the arrows break and they don't do anything. I'm saying that having to like mash numpad, then suddenly move your hand back to the arrow keys, and then back to numpad and so on and so forth, when you don't know where the bullets are above you, is hell, and that's going to make it even slower. Like, the time saved from using numpad is very much lost from trying to move your hand back and forth. And that matters here. That was bad of me. Yeah, screw that one up. Like, that matters a lot here. Because one hand's got to be holding shift, one hand's got to be on the numpad, and then the third hand that I apparently don't have that you do, I guess, is on the arrow keys. Unless you got, like, your left hand on shift in arrow keys, and then one hand right hand spamming numpad. I might try that. Seems awkward as hell, but I don't have much of a better idea right now. But again, it's still got the problem of, you know, living. It still doesn't include the problem of death. Oh yeah, also then I can't shoot. Never mind! Still doesn't work out. I'd have to rebind shoot to something else, and I just don't know how to do that. Were you just cancelling half of those? What was going on, game? I might just but I can't shoot. Okay, I survived. Got lucky. Cool. Crap, pressed up. Well, there goes my one jump in the drop. Okay, then how do you shoot Hapuchi through all of that? I'm assuming you rebind it, in which case I can't do that because I just don't have the knowledge for it. But honestly, I don't think I want to try that anyway. Bitch. But at this point, I'm just curious on how you supposedly do it. I'm not even including the fact that you have to read all the RNG and stop jumping sometimes and try to dodge and whatnot, so on and so forth, because obviously that's not the main problem here. It's trying, well, it is. It's trying to find a reasonable setup that lets you do jumping quickly and also dodge everything. Hold shift. Why left shift? Where did... You want me to hold this shift over here while spamming on this, and then I can somehow use this. Use the arrow keys while, like... What is it? No. No. Are you an idiot? No. Like, let me just reach over with my, like, middle finger. What the hell are you thinking? Your left shift's longer? Cool. Does it reach halfway across your keyboard? I mean, Z is still close to my shift button, but I thought you were talking about holding my right shift. But like I said, I'd have... Nice. Finger on right shift and arrow keys, and then the other on numpad. Of course not. See, you say that, but I don't see how you'd be able to do this otherwise. Because I feel like whatever you're doing is just, it's just not going to be good enough for this boss. Index finger and middle finger on arrows and ring finger. Oh, so you mean you just like have like your fourth finger on the calculator or something, and then you're just using that to spam? Because I feel like just one finger on there isn't enough. I feel like if I'm gonna have one, okay, well that's the same as using the up arrow. There's no difference then. Like I could like that if I'm just gonna hold shift and spam one button on the numpad, I may as well just spam shift or up or anything else. Unless that also like means when you press left and right you jump as well. I'm not sure exactly how the hold shift nonsense works. No, that's when you hold numpad as well, isn't it? That does it full jumps? So does shift. And also full jumping might be slow. So like the optimal way of advancing up anything is 5 frames. 5 frame, 1 frame space, 5 frame, 1 frame space, so on and so forth. We learned that in tapping. Full jump is slow. If anything, it's slower than doing a bunch of small jumps. Maybe. I'm not sure on how like it would map itself out with like all the 1 frame gaps in between the jumps or whatever the hell. Like if I want to just do bigger jumps, I can do that. I might try that. Just see how it goes. I might try that with the God mode thing again. Just see how it goes. Hey. Because I'm really just, I don't feel comfortable trying to alternate between shift and up when trying to, you know, do it in the game. Because jumping too high is probably better than jumping too low because of that logic. But I still don't know if I'm gonna be good with that because, man, like I cut it so goddamn close on that one God mode attempt, and that was without any delays. Alright, no, that does feel a bit... Okay, that does feel a bit better. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, that does feel a bit better. Hold on, let's just try it in the thing again. Like, that was definitely a little longer than a 5 frame every time, just to be sure. But, like, I don't think I can do it by alternating between jump and up. Like, shift and up the whole time. I just don't think I could do that. Because, yeah, I don't see the difference between, like, holding shift and spamming numpad versus just, you know... Like, sure, I mean, I guess that removes the gap between the jumps. So in that sense, cool, but on the downside is that obviously it makes left and right awkward. I don't know how it cancels the jump when you try to press a numpad thing again. I'm gonna try this though quickly and just see how this works. And then I guess I can give one attempt to the numpad thing and see how that goes, because I'm not gonna say it's the worst idea. Oh, yeah, ignore. There's some errors that pop up. Whatever. Gotta go to the bottom first because that's just how the boss works. I can't just dart her at the bottom and stop for me at the bottom as well. I guess I'd hold jump before I enter. But yeah, I'm gonna just try like doing bigger jumps this time. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully it'll be less tiring as well. We'll see. I can't remember if like 4 frame or 6 frame was slower though. And the fact that I'm even trying to remember that is just stupid. Shout out to Fugu, he's gone to 9 hits on this. Like he's gone to 9 hits on this boss. That's still pretty good. Like, just surviving to the top with that many hits is pretty decent. It's also not even close, but... I mean, that's halfway. I want to say that feels less tiring on my arm. Like, it's still exhausting as hell. I'm not gonna lie, like, my arm is definitely getting tired by this point. But, like, it's looking better? Maybe? Still gotta deal with the way down, though, and I'm so much closer to the top than when I was alternating. But, like, I don't think I can do the alternate strat. The alternate strat's just too hard for me. Alright, I want to say that feels like a lot more time than last time. Yeah, that's at least like 1 full-on gap more than last time. So that is a lot more time there. So that's good. My arm doesn't feel so tired from that one, which is fantastic. And then that's the top, yeah. Okay, so how does this work? I feel like numpad's gonna be really awkward if I'm trying to move left and right as well. Like, no, I don't think I can do the numpad method. I don't think I can do that and also try to move to the sides. It's too awkward in a game this difficult. It's too awkward in a game this difficult. Or in a boss this difficult, even. Alright. Like, I can't control the left and right well like that, and you need precise control for something like this. You need precise control over pretty much everything. And, like, that's also a down... Like, you say, like, it full jumps every time. That's honestly kind of a negative as well, because sometimes you'll jump and then fast, you know? Oh my god, yeah, that means I got, like, 1 block of space to try to kill her in? Alright. Like, 1 block of space to get screwed over by poor bollocks. By poor RNG. Let me just disable the hotkey quickly so I don't accidentally press up at some point by accident. So I think it's going to be possible still. However, it's very much looking like it's going to be one of those, like, 50 billion hour fights if I try to clear this. And it won't even have the excuse of sand taking that long, where I was just really tired. It is just because it's this dumb. Because the infinite jump is this hard with everything else. Yeah, fair enough. And this isn't including the way back down. The way back down I've not bothered checking at all, because, you know, that's not the important part. Sure, you can just get lucky eventually on the way down. But it's... Wow, that live? How? It's much... God damn it. It's much more about the way up than the way down. Like, if you can't even get up, there's no reason to worry about going down. Buddy, this is why I stopped trying to spawn things like this. This is why I stopped trying to spawn them on the side and, you know, then going to the other side, because they just spawn poorly. But yeah, that's why I just do it like this now for this. Except it is kind of a pain to remember it sometimes, so, because I've got to do it twice in the drop too. Sounds good. And there's the table. Alright, well, I'm glad to have spent this time to try to figure things out at least. But like, look, I've already paused twice. I've already paused in my jumping twice just there. Because I've got to. Because you've got to dodge as well. I don't know what sort of jumping god Eden frig it is, but clearly he thought this was reasonable. Reminder, on Master, the only change is she has one more health, and that is one of the most terrifying changes there is. There's literally just one more hit, but man, you've got to get one more hit in this piece of crap climb. I didn't know when to go around. Like, just trying to get what I have is hard enough. Also, for the record, there's 50, like this. She has 16 health, but there's a 15 commented out somewhere in there. Oh, it's just Eden. Eden was the only playtester for this. I'm sure. The other guys didn't get to play this. Like, they playtested the rest of the game. The rest of the game still has its fair share of issues. But like, it's very much 2013 era adventure at that point, so like, it's kind of crap, but it's funny or something, so whatever. Trying to be perfect in that sense was never a worry back then. Bollocks. But this is all Eden. Like, I'm honestly surprised he hasn't fixed things since, considering how stuck Dorothy's gotten. And clearly Dorothy gets special privileges, because he was allowed to stream the game. Yeah, no, I know. It's really cool, but it's also hot garbage. Like, if it was slower, it would still be kind of brutal on your arm, honestly. But like, there are so many ways to just make it not the worst. And that wasn't a thing that Eden was worried about. So, as shown from a lot of things in various places. Like, how have we got Fable? Ah, yes, right at the end of 3 screens, you get killed by a trap that you could have no prediction for. Cool. Yeah, Eden worries more about the difficulty than the fun. I mean, clearly, because infinite jump. He made a like a 24k tower of infinite jump. Which again, long drops are fun. Falling all this way? Cool, good time. I still enjoy this, and I probably will until the end of the fight. Whether that be I kill the boss or I stop playing. The way back up. If it was just a case of like you go down, you kill the boss, and then you get warped to the top of the screen again, that would actually be kind of cool. It was just the 2 parts down. I'd even be okay with it even if it has a chance of spawning you inside of a bullet at the top of the screen, because whatever, it doesn't take long to get down at least. And it still wouldn't be easy. That would still have the cool parts in my opinion. It's just the way back up is so goddamn tight. I don't even think the dodging is that bad. Like, trying to read the dodges and doing those is still kind of fun in my opinion. It's very much just the infinite jump speed that you need. It feels kind of like one of the bosses in Rush Out from Eden as well. Like, most of that boss was pretty alright, and then there was just this bird that's constantly chasing you that was just always slightly too fast. And it just made everything painful. which is a shame because most of the boss was cool, but like that one minor change just made it so much worse to play. That's on me. I wasn't paying attention. Like, it made it so much worse to play. And I want to rush out. Oops. We're way too early on that one. Yeah, I stand by my point. Long drops are fun. Like, I really do enjoy this. Like, just falling a long distance is always a good time. It's the other part of the fight that's the problem. Oh, come on. I couldn't even read that fast enough. Like, long drops are fun, and that part's still cool. It's just, you know, the second and third, which is more like the middle half, that's the issue. And just like many things, like Fable, sorry, not Fable, well, Fable as well, honestly. But like, Tower of Juraga, for example, as well. Extra cost in one case, although, I mean, that was a 2-stage, not an easy stage. It's just, they're so close to being a really good thing, and then there's just something in that that just makes you question, why? What do you gain from this? What is the benefit of adding this thing in like this? And it just, everything in that thing, everything gets changed because of that one aspect. Obviously, Tower of Juraga has a couple of those aspects that, you know, rinse and repeat that make it a pain in the ass, but there's unfortunately so much of that just permeates in this game, and I'm pretty sure it's just because that's just Eden's style. His style of game making is really interesting things that are also just pain. Maybe really interesting is a bit too much, a bit too strong of a word to use, but like, at least interesting, you know? They all went right, really. Screw you. Like, you can't deny that. Everything in this game in one way, shape or form has been interesting. It's been a cool ride to look at and experience and see what's going to happen next. It sure hasn't been good, but it's definitely been interesting. I don't think he ever has. I'm fairly certain, Ray. I'm fairly like Rainey said early on, that Eden said in Dorothy's chat that he has played something in this in very hard mode, but I can't remember how much it was at this point, but I'm fairly certain he just hasn't beaten this. Again, it bears repeating. There are certain things that should have been nerfed in this boss of very hard, and then even commented them out for some reason, aka meaning it's the same as Master. So like, 99% of this boss is the exact same as the next difficulty. The only difference is that she has one more health while going upwards, which admittedly is a terrifying small difference. But still, it's the only difference. All the number of bullets and the bullet speed are all the same. Everything else is the exact same. Okay, I take no responsibility on that one. I take no responsibility for that death. We all saw that bullet teleport, right? Yeah, okay, Gabe. That one wasn't even stuck on an object for a while first. That one just walked. Hold on. Let's just, Oh, I did record this. Oh, good, I was going into my video. I don't know why I'm recording, but I am. Beaten, recordings, because this is how I do things. Wait for the video to pop up in an eternity's time. Hey, there it is. And videos. And let's just watch this slowly, shall we? Let's just watch this slowly, shall we? Alright, so here's the dodge. Oh no, bullet coming down, gonna bounce off here. Bro! What is this bullcrap? It just teleports! It didn't even phase out, it just moved. Also, yes, Poochie, 1 more HP is pretty goddamn unreasonable. Fully agree. Okay, so here's the thing. Bouncing objects have weird hitboxes sometimes and do weird things. They're not solid as far as I'm aware though, so I don't know why that happened there. That literally just teleported in the air. That's on me. Oh, damn it. Yeah, so, like, colliding... This is the final boss of the game, Sanctus. Did you not see the last couple of streams of this? Oh, you did. Oh. This is the final boss. This is after the long save. How good are you at infinite jump, Sanctus? You don't need to answer. The answer's not good enough. Ah, just wiggled back. What? I mean, sorry, I don't understand the question. What do you mean by what is this boss? It's an infinite jump boss. It's the final boss of very hard mode. I'm gonna need more specifics here. It definitely isn't playtested well enough. For sure. See, now you made me curious. I'm fairly certain there isn't, but I will double check. Yeah, there isn't. There's nothing there. He teleported off fat air. It's not even like he'd, like, bounced. If he bounced, it would have made sense, but he just teleported. Oh, it just spawns some objects that are static. Oh, it doesn't. There is a difference on Master. Wow, there's just rings of bats. Wow, that's garbage. Wow, there's just extra objects in the middle of the room. I mean, I guess you can't really go through the middle of the room anyway. Oh wow, there actually is a difference on Master. Well, fair enough. I don't know how I missed that one. There's just a ring of bats in the middle of, like, each section. Huh. Fair enough. And 1 more HP. I guess I was wrong. Don't know how I missed that object. Good job, me. A ring of cats? I don't know. It's a ring of cats. I don't know what they are. They're very fat cats, though. Only the boss was reasonable. Yeah, there's nothing else there, though. It's just empty. Yeah, of course Master's harder. It's the hardest difficulty. That's the final difficulty. Oh, this blue car is just stuck on a wall. It happens with, like, bouncing objects, Draconical. Yeah, what Kombucha said. Execute, like, in theory it's cool. However, Eden's the one that, you know... The way down isn't the problem, by the way, Sanctus. It's the way up. And I guess the way down again. But mostly the way up. The way down isn't that bad. Back. What do I mean up? I mean up. Well, you think this boss is appropriate for very hard mode if I just went down? There's a reason nobody's beaten this boss. Yeah, hold on, like, a minute. Emphasis on a minute. It takes a minute to get to the bottom of the screen. It's a very tall tower. Yeah, no, nobody's beaten this. Garega got hit. He quit. And that should say everything you need to know. Nobody's beating this. 4 people, including myself, have reached it. Borrego was one of them. Because after being told to restart the game after getting stuck at the previous save, apparently he did. And then he got to the end. I guess he did it offline because I was unaware of it. Yeah, and then he quit. So Borrego basically beat this game twice and still didn't win. What more is there that needs to be said? If you know who Borrego is, you know everything that you need to know. Got shot down and stuck there. Yeah, that's just bouncing objects. I mean, Draconical, you've seen what a bouncing fruit does when it hits the corner of a block. We all know how bouncing objects get kind of scuffed sometimes. And we all know how bouncing objects with weird animations, or with animations, get stuck sometimes. And these are a lot of bouncing objects with very weird animations. So, yeah. I have said before, and I'll restate it, I don't know if I'll beat this boss. I'd like to, obviously, and it would be out of spite. I've got something planned for the credits that I'd very much like to do. However, I've also said that I went into this game knowing that I may just be yet another person that gets stuck here. I was fully aware of that. Crap, I walked back into it. I was fully aware of that going into this game on very hard. Like, I know I spent 80 hours getting up to this point, but even for the most part, it's still been a fun 80 hours. For the most part. Obviously, certain things here and there weren't great, but like, the vast majority? Yeah, alright. No, this is the end. There's no phase 2 or anything. It's not been officially confirmed. Technically, there's also officially no difficulty after this, because if you knew that, that would be bad and wrong. Who would possibly know about something that doesn't exist? I literally played with God mode on stream, come on. And the hard part. Let's jump right back into it then. Can I though? Can I though? Yeah, so the problem that I've got with this boss Sanctus, and what most people probably would have, is that, it's kind of hard to get up fast enough. The reason this part's hard at the ending isn't the bouncing, like, the bouncing objects there are fine. I genuinely have no issue with them bouncing off each other, because you could just wait for a while. The problem is that you can't wait. Because I don't have the time. Because obviously, if she hits the bottom, you die. If she hits the top, fill in the blank. Like, I would have absolutely no issues with this boss if it was... I obviously would have no issues with this boss if it's just, like, slowly make your way back to the top of the screen. That would be perfectly fine, and there would be no problems whatsoever. But, I mean, yeah, hand would die, but, like, you only have to do it once or whatever. The problem is that you still have a timer, and she's not exactly the slowest girl in the world. Or more specifically, like, she doesn't have much health, but she has enough to be a problem. Wow, that lived, alright. She has 16 health, which doesn't sound like much. Until you get halfway through the map on the way back up and realize, oh god, why is there still so much left? Suddenly it becomes a problem. Okay, it exploded early and weird again. Son of a bitch. This is why I try to not go to the wall on those. Is she the most expensive girl? She might be. She is the manager as far as I'm told. She may get paid more than the idols. I don't know how this works. Like, I know anime and manga artists get paid pennies. I don't know if idols also get paid crap as well. Maybe the managers are the ones ordering everything. Like, getting all the money. Crap. Soon, TM. No, I just don't have FFZ. I've never used it. Not used it a single time in my life. It's never been in this channel. Don't know why you'd assume otherwise. That has been a very consistent thing over the years. And go late. Go around. Eat. Yeah, Sanctus, I showed off a video of me, my first attempt offline, like after the last stream, trying to play with God mode just to go up. It's not great. Yeah, hold on, I'll just link it to you again. I'll link it in the chat. Where'd it go? This was me just pressing shift, by the way, obviously. I had a couple of strats for afterwards to see if I could do it, obviously, but like, yeah, feel free to watch this. Oh no, I linked this to Hector. He knew what the outcome would be. It still made him laugh. And then I'll link the next one with like, there's something in the comments to say the difference between the two videos. In terms of what I'm doing. It's, it's a problem. But yeah, like, you've got to, feel free to skip the way down, there's nothing special going on there. It's the way back up that's the thing. Which is like a minute in on both or something. You got time, I'm not going anywhere. Not with this boss. That's for me. Bollocks. I knew that was too late and I still went then. I should just double jump and I know that for this boss, but I can never bring myself to. I always think about how it's going to screw up my routes and pattern on everything. I don't want to do it. Yeah, fair point. Fair point, yeah, that's not wrong. Although it does depend what country you're in. Certain countries, definitely. Other countries, maybe nothing. You may be the cheapest girl. I don't know how much it costs in most places, honestly. I don't even know how much that would cost here. Really? And I hate dying on the last one. That wasn't even that hard. It was like the smallest thing as well. All I had to do was not move right all the time, and I didn't expect it, because, you know, it's tiny. Okay. I pressed right, please. Ah. The gravity flipper. Man, I couldn't imagine descending 3 times. That would actually be interesting, though. That would actually have been something kind of cool. That would have been a neat idea. That's also a good solution, honestly. I thought was immediately just give the player low G. It's still hard. But, like, make him jump twice as high, like, means that you don't have to kill your hand and, like, still has the same time and you still have to worry. If anything, it makes trying to dodge harder, but it's kind of cool, so... But, like, honestly, a grab flipper, that will probably be the most appropriate thing for this. God, that'd be hard, though. Which would mean it would be appropriate, which is great, but... He didn't get a screw with you because you'd have to grab flip a second time. Crap. Yeah, did you watch through the first video at least, Sanctus? That was the more important one, really. The second one just shows how fast you can beat her, if you're kind of alright. But the first one's the one that matters, really, because that's like, that was my first attempt with God modes, with just mashing one jump button. Just me mashing the left shift, trying to go up as fast as I can. Close to the end. Yeah, it is. That's how long it takes to get to the bottom and up again. The second one is definitely shorter. By that I mean you can skip like the last 30, 40 seconds or whatever. It's not the important part. Bitch. Yeah, I was Sanctus. Yes, I was. At least one, it was 3 hits off for the record. There was at least one moment in there that I do screw up my infinite jump for a little bit, as you saw, probably. But that still means I was at least 2 off. Yeah. This is why Hector found it funny. It's like, he knew I wasn't going to clear it. He didn't expect me to be so far off the end still. He didn't expect me to still be that far away from clearing it. That was me just spamming jump. Because, you know, you think you just have to mash jump if you're playing a mash jump boss in infinite jump. No, you've actually got to be good at infinite jump. You've got to be able to be optimal at it, which means you don't have much downtime between your jumps. Try to do 5 frames as much as you can. And I've been trying that, and it's not been working out great, so now my plan is jump a bit higher than 5 frames and try my best to work it out. Give me a bit more time. Like, if you check the VOD, I was trying with God mode on stream a little bit as well, just to, you know, figure out how to play it. Cool. Just to figure out. Bitch, come on! Yeah, 24,000, no, not blocks, pixels. Your average room is 800 wide, 608 high. This one is 24,000 high. It's still very tall, yes. Very, very tall. Yeah, no, for sure, Sammy. You need to be very good at the jump. I feel like it's more about the downtime between jumps than your actual jump heights, if I'm honest. Because how long you let go of jump for matters far more than how long you're holding jump for. Which is why I think holding jump a little longer than 5 is probably better for me, because it means I'll have at least a little bit of time, the acceleration, you know? That's my current logic, at least. Why did you fly upwards? Whoa. I saw that bounce coming too, I just didn't think it was going to do that. Because yeah, like when I was trying to do it with the 5 frame stuff, I killed her right at the top of the screen. And when I was trying it with like a little higher than that, I killed her about 1 set before the end. Yeah, exactly. That's on me. I screwed that up. Yeah, you do ascend very little, yes. You ascend a bit, but very little. Yeah, the less jumps you do, I think the better. But like, yeah, trying to let go of the optimal amount is hard. There you go, Sanctus, yeah. Yeah, no, you think it's the end? Yeah, I know, right? I said before, I don't know if I'm pleasing this boss, and I knew that before I started playing this difficulty. I knew how it ended. I knew exactly how this difficulty ended. To repeat, if somebody says, like, why didn't you kill the final boss of Idolmaster VH? It's like somebody saying, like, why didn't you kill Beacon in Love Trap? Their opinion could immediately be disregarded, and all future opinions. Like, your game time is no longer a factor. Like, it's kind of, people compare all the time, you know? Like, oh man, you beat it in this time up to this point. Game time's no longer a factor. It's like in Beacon Love Trap. There are 2 states. You've beaten it or you have not beaten it. How long did it take you? Who gives a crap? You beat it. Nobody that cares about that stuff cares. Just the fact that you did it, that's what's important. Also, yeah, Sanctus, Kyoshi actually pointed out something. Like, he pointed out that when you kill her on the way back up, her icon spawns at the top of the screen again. And I didn't think about that at first, but like, it implies that you have to go to the top again to kill her a third time, and I didn't think about that at all, so it's like another trap as well. So if you didn't know about it, you finally kill her going up, you keep going up, and then suddenly there's this giant wall coming down to the bottom. So yeah, you don't have to kill her a third time. After the second one, she's gone. I knew that some of them stopped, but I still didn't expect it to be in front of me. I'm having some real crappy luck on the bottom row right now. Having a lot of people beating Love Trap. I mean, it's not an unreasonable number, but define a lot. Double digits? Probably not. Actually, maybe it has been double digits by now. I don't know. But also keep in mind, Love Trap came out in 2010. It honestly deserves it as much as I'd hate it, because I don't want to give this any recognition. But like, honestly, yeah, it deserves it. I thought I was going faster. So yeah, for the record, Sanctus, this is 90% the same as the next difficulty for this fight. There are two differences as far as I'm aware. The number of bullets that spawn is the exact same, the speed of all the bullets is the exact same. However, on Master, there is like some ring of cats in the middle of all of these. So basically where the two... You see where the two spikes on the walls touch? There's like a ring of cats in the middle of the room at that point. And also, on the Ascent, she has one more health. And those are the only differences on Master as far as I'm aware. Which admittedly, is the most terrifying change in the game that I knew of, and it was one of the first ones I found. Like, it's already hell for everyone, and then you gave her one more. Hot damn. Yeah, it's only one more hit. You know? Really, it just means that it should have been even less and very hard, but even bitch moment, so... No, I'd rather just do it myself if I was gonna do that. Because then I could fix all the other garbage dumpster fire things as well, like, you know, the end of Metro Cross Round 2. I wouldn't even change anything on Round 3. Round 3 I feel like I just find hard. On the mini-boss, I mean. I just really suck at it as much as I dislike that. General existence of Taro Duraga's mazes. And to that in that respect, Ami and Mami as well. Oh. I want to say nerfing the RNG on the barrage fight, but like honestly, I don't feel like it's unfair, it's just too long for the points in the game it's at. That's my problem. Like maybe there should have just been a checkpoint between the two for that part, considering how well everything else is. It sure isn't easy still. Ah, I've not bothered to look. I know it's going to be a mess to read. There's too many objects. Cool. Now, if there's any info, it'd be either from myself or Kiyoshi, and neither of us have bothered to check. I'm just going to assume more crap spawns. I'm sure they'll have one more health each, because they do on every difficulty. Like, beginner has one less than medium, has one less than hard, has one less than very hard. The master probably has another one each. But more specifically, more bull crap everywhere else. Maybe it's like 8 Duraga spawn instead of 4. But honestly, even just trying to reach it seems like it would be a pain in the ass, because, you know, slime screen. Ugh. For the record, by the way, I could have dodged that can and, like, various things on the way down here. I just don't want to jump. I know I can. You can jump once on the way down. I feel like it's going to screw up all my timings, and I don't care to risk it. Double HP. It does not. I've already said that. I've already said how much HP this one has. It's one more. That's the difference. It is definitely not double. 2 of them are avoidances. They objectively can't have double. Bollocks. Fast enough. To be mean for Master. What? The song's got avoidances? Dig Dug Stage has always been in avoidance, and Netro Cross has always been in avoidance. And Galaxian gained a new one. You're not wrong there. However, I have seen what happened. Well, okay, that doesn't mean anything. They could change it entirely. But like, if you don't kill it in time, she just sprays a bunch of bullcrap and you can't survive it. It's actually really funny. Wow, I live. Maybe that would be changed on Master and you just can't kill her in time, which would be kind of cool, honestly. I was expecting that to be very hard. But I doubt it. I don't think Eden's done anything that creative for Master. The biggest changes I know on Master is that Babel has a couple new screens, funnily enough. That one caught me off guard. Almost missed. And they all have saves before them, so probably reasonable. Yeah, the puzzle one with bats. So yeah, kind of cool, honestly. I'm okay with that. I'd enjoy that. Nah, I like Babel stage for the most part. Main problem with Babel was bats. Always bats. Bring in bats. The actual puzzle parts were cool. The water tower was hot garbage and easily one of the worst screens of the game, but like, yeah. Have I died? I mean, I am dead anyway, because there's no way I can ascend fast enough here, but... Practice. I really thought I'd make it past that one time. Fair enough, that's on me. Okay, so I can't overshoot some of those, and I know that. Fair enough, it's worth a shot again. I just wanted to try that out. I didn't think I'd make that. Well, actually, I did think I'd make it, but like, it's a good reminder on how you can make some of these. Yeah, well, some people have heard this for over 80 hours now. Yeah, it was alright. I didn't jump great, though. Go. I do like when they're slowly descending with me. It is pretty funny. Oh, that was a late one. Yeah, it was a later one. See, like that one I could have dodged easily. I just had to go left. I just didn't read it until well enough. I thought I was going to go to the right. I mean, I thought I could go right. I was incorrect in that one. Yeah, alright. See you later then. I don't know how long this stream will go on for because it's this boss and infinite jump, but we'll see what happens. I can't imagine this one will go on for 8 hours, but I've done dumber things, so who knows? Why would you... Especially if I keep dying on the drop, because the drop is free and is actually kind of relaxing. Like, you don't have to think at all on this drop. You just press right and left, and like, sometimes you die. And there's no thought whatsoever. The only part that matters is when you're going up again. But like going down is just, alright, cool, yeah. I don't know, Destination was a very long time ago that I grinded. Unless you mean as a speedrun, in which case, yes. I thought that was gonna bounce later. I was gonna go under that one. Cool. I mean, I grinded the whole of Destination for a good long time. I don't know about a single boss. There have been many bosses that I've grinded for way too damn long. So, I'm out to that question, I'm afraid. Like, I'm not saying I couldn't grind this boss if I wanted to. It's really just a question if I care of trying to grind out the human RNG of, you know, ascending fast enough to kill her. Because it's a mixture of the RNG of the game and the RNG of my ability to jump. And one of those I rely less on than others, and that is my ability to jump. Like, I trust that far less than getting lucky on the game. If I just had to get the game to give me good RNG, then it'd be fine. But I have to get good RNG and also not screw up jumping for like 2 minutes straight, and that's a little difficult. That is a little on the hard side. Like, genuinely, the part I trust the least on this is my ability to do the infinite jump part. That's why I was doing that God mode stuff. To try to practice it and see how to get it. Odd tier infinite jump skills. Nobody? Because nobody has to do it for this long. If anybody gets a section like this, you just hold shift or something and let numpad do the work. Bitch, god damn it. Like, nobody has to do infinite jump for a long time while also dodging things. I thought he would get stuck for a bit longer. Crap. Yay, 3 hits. Like, nobody has to do infinite jump while dodging things. The closest you get is something in needle somewhere. And even then... So nobody, as far as I'm aware, can really say, like, oh yeah, they're a good infinite jump player. Because that's just not a thing that happens. You just don't get that in fan games, for good reason. Most people are smart enough to know how much pain it gives you. Most people know that it gives you problems. Eden doesn't care about that, so... How do you just have like 20 of these written down? Because goddamn, man. It keeps going. Spritz them with water. Okay, I'm gonna need clarification on this one as well. How does a... Oh, wait, missed. Yeah, okay, never mind. You could reuse that one. I don't know where it would go. Yeah, something like turn them all into guys or something like that is also what I was thinking. That was fun. Oh, cool. Yeah, that was my thought too there. I already don't like this because I double jump once. And it already feels like it's going to be unreasonable because I'm going to start just way lower. Now I don't have to worry. Okay, you know what? I need the loot quickly. I'm going to do that quickly and then I'll come back and try this and hopefully get good attempts at the up part. Try the up part seriously as opposed to being slightly distracted thinking about things. I'm also gonna get a cookie because I'm hungry. I really want to make sure there's like no distractions while I do this, or what I can do at least. I warmed up my hands because for some reason always cold now. Don't have a list of them written down. It's like a daily challenge. Nice. Yeah, I look forward to Idolmaster coming back for its return trip. White chocolate cookie. Yeah, I don't want any distractions as I'm doing this. Like, have a snack. Make sure my hands are warm. Don't need the loo. Try my best to re-jump quickly. It really is just about the re-jump. There's so much re-jumping, man. I just want to look at this thumbnail for a moment. I just want to point it out quickly because this is really good. Oh, wrong one. There you go. Hi. It's just me like poking out from the side, kind of. That was a good thumbnail. I like that. Ah, no. Good cookies. Big fan of those. Alright. I did say today is pretty much going to be the thing that decides how long this boss is going to take me, if I can even do it. I do still stand by that point. Like, so far, half of the stream has been taken up just, like, playing around with an infinite jump thing. Like, playing with God mode, or, like... Oh, whoops. You know. Trying to figure out ways of getting up to the top without dying in some way, shape, or form. Generally physically in real life, as opposed to in-game. Actually, no, in-game as well. Just trying to not die in-game because I'm too slow. While also trying to keep in mind all the other things I have to do. For the record, by the way, if there's anybody that wants to try this boss a little bit, just to see if they can find a decent strat, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to pass my save over. Crap. Like, I am more than happy to see if people can find better strats for this boss than I have. Because, you know, we can see what I have. And I'm not going to say it's the worst strat in the world. However, there's better. I'm sure there's better somewhere, but I don't think anybody has it. I don't think anybody has a better strat for this boss than what I'm currently doing. As bad as what I'm doing is. I mean, you weren't the one I had specifically in mind, Pass. I was thinking like Father Pucci earlier, talking about it, or, you know, somebody else that has experience with fan games. I really thought that would be slower. I thought I'd go slower under it. I actually went too quickly. Alright, cool. Because yeah, like, clearly you do. I wasn't sure if you're still here, by the way. It wasn't really a call out. But But I also can't think of anyone else that was really mentioning things with ideas. Yeah, hold on, let me just find the save that I backed up. Final. I've uploaded this in like 3 places now. Good luck! Not with, like, you know, clearing or anything, just finding some sort of reasonable scrap. Obviously, I haven't exactly made a project file that, like, edits you to start at the bottom of the boss. So, you'd have to go through that every time. If you really want to be sure, you could just decompile and put God mode and then, you know, call out to yourself whenever you screw up and die. But yeah, trying to find a decent setup that has, like, doesn't have, like, the most awkward hand position in the world. You know, like, some sort of NES controller nonsense. Seems really hard. I was thinking about going to the left side for the last one. Didn't think that one would go to the side there. Fair enough. Cool. I think Prince asked if I thought this or Bottomless Abyss would be harder, and I still think Bottomless Abyss is harder. This is just stupider. I'm pretty sure that's what I said back then too. Like, this is very much far more about your ability to infinite jump quickly than your ability to do a boss. So, whereas Bottomless Abyss requires far more than just your ability to infinite jump. Like, this is the equivalent of a Boshi boss, except it requires you, you know, like Dowsin basically in Boshi. Like, if you can't mash fast enough, you just die. And this is kind of a similar thing. Like, I did find it really funny when Yer said good luck with this Boshi boss, because honestly, it took me a moment, but then I realized, no, yeah, he's right. This is basically a Boshi boss, because there's so much mashing going on here. Like, there is so much mashing going on here. Oh cool, I've already lost a little bit of time because I paused for a moment there. Ah, I forgot to shoot. I was just so focused on beating her up to the top there. That. Ah, that was on me. I knew I shouldn't have gone for that. But like, that was clearly too slow, you know? That was clearly too slow. And I'm like a quarter of the way. It sure isn't, Ganra. It sure ain't. No, nobody's beaten this. 4 people have reached it. One of them's far better than me. Yeah, no, this boss is something I got to and was fully expecting, like, there's a reasonable chance I don't beat this. And I'm aware of that. I was aware of that when I started playing this game, like, 90 hours and 1 month and a half ago or something, so... Or whenever the hell I started playing beginner, honestly. I mean, it's the same as using one jump. The bigger thing is more just like you have less downtime between pressing jump. Which I did try a little bit. However, it's really awkward to press 2 buttons and also try to dodge. And I just can't handle it. Oh yeah, for mashing, definitely. Yeah, no. When I first tried with just a single mash shift, just, you know, mashing to get up, I was 2 hits off the end. She had 14 of 16 health. I'd done 14 out of 16 hits on the way back up. And when I was trying to alternate between left shift and up, which had been rebound from right shift, she died about 2/3, 4/5 of the way up. Also, thanks. Luck won't save me here. This is mostly a mashing problem. And I don't know if I'm capable of that, but I'm aware of that. Like, this is very much of, like, human element or whatever the hell. Eden's an asshole and made it really hard in an unfun way. Yet again, not the first time. That's not the first. You're not the first person that suggested that. And that wouldn't help because I'd have to turn it off and on all the time, wouldn't I? Which is what I told them as well. Like, what do I do when I suddenly have to stop? I've already paused twice here. I forgot to shoot again. Oh my god. I am so focused on jumping. I'm so focused on jumping right now. God damn it. I'm so focused on jumping, I'm forgetting the shooter. I'm pretty sure I started seeing Dorothy just press jump and shoot all the time as well, because of that same reason. Yeah, no, I was just like so focused on trying to survive to the top, I just blanked. Crap. Oh, also, okay, I didn't finish reading the sentence properly. Sorry, Kamucha. Somebody mentioned like an auto script to like do the jumping consistently. An auto fire script for shooting would get really annoying. That's why I don't want to have one of those. If I wanted that, I can just press shoot whenever I press jump and it would be fine. And even that would get very annoying. I actually did that in one of the videos because I couldn't alternate well otherwise. When I was trying to alternate between shift and up to jump, I started pressing Z whenever I was doing left shift because otherwise I'd, you know, forget to shoot. It's the worst sound. It really is. Like, this is what it would sound like. I'm not the biggest fan. For multiple hours? I feel like after a while that would grate. Sure, I could deal with it for a few minutes. I could deal with it for a couple of attempts. That's fine. Now, multiple hours of that. That's a different story. Because it would be multiple hours, because I'm not just going to beat this in the next 5 attempts, you know? I'm not good enough at reading the RNG while shooting right now. Pause. Honestly, I'm just not good enough at reading the RNG in general. I still don't know if I'm jumping fast enough either. Like, I really don't know if I'm good enough at jumping here. How's it going, by the way, camera? Don't think I asked that earlier. Yeah, it's been a while. But every now and then, which is cool. After that. Not quite as rare as cake, thankfully. He's sure a rare one to see around. Granted, I probably stream at bad times with him, so... Ah, my wrist is going to hate me by the end of this. I really just couldn't tell what to do there. Man! See, and that right there is what I kind of want to mean about that part. It's like, the shooting's not so much the part I'm worried about here. If it really does become a problem, I might just mash both at the same time, but still. Like, whenever I have to pause like that, it's still going to throw me off from pressing shoot and jump the whole time, every time as well. Because I'm just going to get used to the constant shooting sound, and like pausing a song for half a second, it really throws you off. I just wish you could take a moment to dodge sometimes, man. That's all. As opposed to, you know, constantly having to jump. That's the main thing. But there's no leeway. Screw you. There's just no leeway. Almost killed myself, but it's fine. I'm making sure to do wrist stretches, by the way, because I know how this is going to go otherwise. I'm even stretching my wrist every so often while playing, and that's just mostly doing the drop. Like, I'm not even getting to the climb that frequently, and even then... Yeah, that might be a problem. Well, this attempt's dead. Straight up, like, if I jump on the way down, I actually just don't think I'm going to be able to make it on the way up anymore. I just don't have the time. Ah, apparently I don't have the time on the way down. Why is there just nothing down here? No, bitch! Man, I saw that coming, I just hoped I could make it. I knew I was going to struggle with reading that one, whatever. That attempt was going to be a problem anyway, considering how low I started. Like, I know it's such a minimal difference, starting at the top of her head, above her head even, compared to on her on the bottom. But I really do feel like that's going to make a difference for me. Double hit? No, it was killing her on the previous attempt and hitting her on the next one. I've heard that sound too many times there from other people playing this. It'd be cool if it was a double hit, but nah. I mean, in a sense it was a double hit, it's just it was hitting two different things. One of them died and did the hit sound, and the other one spawned and did the hit sound. Thanks, Tap. Blood won't save me here. This is all about how well I can infinite jump. The answer is poorly. Very poorly. Yeah, no, if I waited to the bottom every single time, you'd always get a double hit sound. Just because, you know, it's very definitively two hits. It's two different characters. I do appreciate the calmness of the way down, at least. That's one that screws you, but at least it doesn't... Oh, that's on me. And why'd I have to screw myself like that? That's entirely on me too. Also, it really throws off my timings on everything as well. Don't know when anything spawns. Bollocks! I wanted to go right so I wasn't late on the bullets, because like, there was one attempt I had where I jumped once, and it wasn't even that big of a jump. When I shot her at the end on the left side, and apparently that was too slow because of the bullet's travel time. Or because, like, the fact that the bullet goes over her, so I need to be below her, you know? So it killed me for that. And I didn't want to experience that again, so I was trying to go to the left there. Who are you? And my wrist already feels rough on this. I've barely even been doing the infinite jump part. Barely been doing the infinite jump part, it already feels rough. Yep. Up there's a race as well. Technically, so it's down. Everything in this boss is basically a race. If she beats me, I die. As, you know, fan games. Let's go. The good thing you enjoy the song, because as long as you're in the stream, you're gonna be hearing this. I actually, honestly, if I'm really honest about it, I actually can't tell you how long you'll be hearing it for. I don't know how long I'll play this for. I don't know how many sessions I'll be doing of this. Or anything. I misread that one. Bollocks. I seem to get to like 2 or 3. I seem to get through like 2 or 3 rounds pretty quickly. Nice. I can get it. It's a good song. I can get through like 2 or 3 rounds pretty reasonably, I'd say. But obviously, like the hard ones are going to be the ones after like 10. Because there were, what, like 15, 16 gaps or something? From what I remember. Oh, you didn't know about the hard part tap, I see. Yeah. Funnily enough, the bouncing objects isn't the stupid part, it's how fast you have to go that's the stupid part. Like, I have to infinite jump fast to make it up there in time. That's the hard part here. Because if I could just take my time and, you know, just dodge the bouncing objects, it'd be fine. You know, wait a moment every single time, but you don't get that chance. Also, you gotta go back down again. You don't have to kill her again. You just gotta race to the bottom and hope you don't die. Because there's something else chasing you then. Yeah, it's not over. I don't know why you assume it is. There's a reason nobody's beaten this boss. I love that everybody that's seen this so far is like, oh, you just gotta race to the bottom. That seems kind of dumb, but alright, fine, that's not so bad. Bollocks, that's fine. And then I get to the bottom and I kill her like, oh, this seems kind of bad. And they don't even know about the third part. How it is on Master? I mean, I've looked at the thing. I thought there was no change except for 1 more HP, but it turns out, like, you see where the spike tips reach? In the middle between those two? So basically in the center of, like, every single one of these, there's a ring of cats of some sort. I don't know how big the ring is. Somehow I completely missed it when I was looking at it before, but yeah, other than those two, there's no changes. It spawns the exact same number of objects. The best part is, Skull, there's like, so basically like, you know, the big eggs above you will spawn like 8 or something. The one below you spawns 3. It says in the code, like there's commented out, if difficulty is very hard, spawn 5 instead of 8. And then it's commented out. Also on the way back down, it commented out code of like, half the speed of all the objects that are bouncing around. Yeah, Eden's an asshole. There's also a commented out 15, but that's not even in like the hard mode HP section, so I don't know what that was meant to be about. Yeah, no, if you're gonna task anything, it would have to be Master. There's no point in tasking other difficulties. Like, once you task Master, you basically task everything anyway. And even that wouldn't be worth it, I don't think. Yeah, it feels like Eden was like so close to making a decent boss for this difficulty at least, and then it's just, screw it, let's just release the game. For reasons. And it feels like there's so many things like that in here. And like, it clearly is a game of like, I just want it released. Because it was made in mostly 2013. Released 2017. Well, I'll put it this way, Thunder. My video for just cutting out all the deaths is up to 4 hours. I've got a little bit in the middle that I need to edit in. So... I said 4 hours, yes. Idolmaster is a big game. I'm not gonna say there's not optimizations here and there that I'd screw up. I'm sure there's some. However, still 4 hours. Yeah, it's long and very difficult. Hard mode of this game took me 10 hours in game. The edited version with hopefully all deaths cut out is still about 1 hour 10 or something there. It's long. It's very long. It's very impressive, and there's a lot of very cool things in here, which is why I wanted to play on the difficulty. However, Eden clearly stopped caring at some point. Even for him. You just stopped moving for some reason, I don't know why. I realised my jump spam wasn't good enough. I started trying to go faster and then a fish came down and I wasn't ready for it. I was jumping too slowly. Ah, shame. Yeah, no, there's a reason nobody's beaten this. And like, this is also one of the things that's like, wow, Eden, what the hell were you thinking? But this isn't even like Eden didn't test play sort of a thing. This is just like, Eden's an arsehole and just like, it's a cool idea, but like, infinite jump, man. Like, if you didn't have to go so fast, I think it could be alright. Although you still have to jump up the 24,000 tall screen. But man, yeah. Like, there's a reason Dorothy started pausing the game by putting the mouse on the title bar, you know, dragging the window. I fully get it. Yeah, I know, right? He also did that for the mouse boss. Do you remember that one, Skull, where you have to multitask? One hand on the mouse to click on her with a hammer? He was also doing it for that for this first half or so, and I just sat there like, it's not even, the first half's not even that hard, man, come on. Yeah, okay, yeah, he was doing it for that too, and I just found that funny. It's also funny because, like, pausing is disabled in this game, so in that sense, he's breaking the rules. Because Eden can't fix you dragging the game window to pause the game. He can fix many other things, but he can't fix that. Unless he uses, like, current time functions or whatever the hell, and that is not going to happen for alarms. Jesus. Yeah, I felt pretty alright with the infinite jump stuff when I was playing it last time, but I guess it's because I wasn't getting very far. Hands are already cold again. I really hate how easily my hands are getting cold today. I don't understand. Like, the last month. Like, it's not like my room feels fine. Yeah, my hands just seem to be freezing over now. Like, blood circulation or whatever the hell, I guess. I have no solution for that. But I do think stretching regularly is a good idea for a boss like this. Because, you know, infinite jump. Alright. Next time Ray was in chat, you should mention how much you love this song, Skull. You could have a conversation about it. And by conversation, I mean, you know, you could listen to Ray talk. Honestly, yeah, no, when I saw Wolfie using those gloves, like, those aren't a bad idea. I've seen those before, and I thought they were a good idea the first time, too. But they genuinely are pretty good. I do love that they kind of look like gamer gloves as well, which is silly. But yeah, no, I genuinely could use those. Honestly, like, they're pretty good. They're a good idea. I don't know if he had to plug them into his PC with USB or something, but, like, just in general. It's a good way to keep your hands warm. Because otherwise, you put gloves on and, you know, gloves indoors don't really tend to go great. Gloves indoors while trying to use a keyboard go even worse. There sure was, Skull, apparently. Yeah, no, Wolf, you got some gloves that, like, are heated. Like, fingerless gloves. And they had some cable coming out, and I don't know what they were attached to. Yeah, gamer gloves. Sure. They're honestly pretty cool. They were honestly pretty cool things there. Could absorb warmth from my crotch. I mean, putting hands between my legs isn't something... I'm not going to say I don't do that. I wouldn't say I go quite that far. I sure don't show that part on stream. That's what Wolfie would do. Yep. Wolfie is known for loving his crotch. God, that just sounds so wrong. I just hate that I said that. Like, not as a sentence in general, just, you know. Just the general sound of it. Just everything about that sounds wrong. Yay, 2 more hits, let's go. I'm gonna be honest, this is how I pretty much felt about the drop the whole time. I'm never gonna be mad about the drop. The drop will just be whatever it is. Look, just find the specific timestamp, put a piece of paper over the right side of the screen, you're good, it's fine. Just find the point where Wolfie raises his hands. That's all you need. Don't need to worry about the rest of the stream. I don't have to worry about spoilers, because I'm going to play it in like 5 years' time. I'll have forgotten everything by then. Except I'm going to immediately remember the reaction to one of the gimmicks, because, like, damn, that was a gimmick and a half. Crap. Some of these sets are just on me. It's not even on Bad RNG. Exactly. Exactly. I do wonder if Kale still believes I actually said that I was going to beat CN3 that one year, but I never did. Because Plasma said that I shouldn't tell him the truth because it would make him feel bad, and no, I didn't. Wolfie screen caps, like, made a fake screen cap that said I would. That was, like, showed an image of me saying that I would do that. And we all believed him, because, like, why would Wolfie do that? Wolfie wouldn't lie. If anyone would do that, you wouldn't think it'd be Wolfie. So, it didn't sound quite like what I'd say. It wasn't quite my phrasing, so I thought it was a bit weird, but at the same time, it's Wolfie, you know? Would he do such a thing? Probably not. That seems unlikely. But yeah. And then Wolfie came out with it right after Kale left the voice chat. I was like, oh, I should probably tell him so he doesn't try to assume things of me that aren't true. And, like, Plasma said, no, you shouldn't tell him and make him feel bad. And so I feel like I should, and yeah, you know, Plasma insistence. And I just couldn't be bothered with dealing with the brick wall that is arguing with Plasma. So, as far as I know, Kale still believes that was a thing. But in my mind, I have never planned on playing CN3 that soon. It was going to be after CN2, because you've got to play the games in order. That's always how it worked for Don Won't Be Anything. It's going to be the same for Crimson Needle. Also, thanks, Nameless. Luck won't save me here. I mean, it went on the way down, but, like, the way down's not the important part, so... The way up is the important part. The luck can't save me there, my ability to win from the jump can. Which is a problem, because it's hard. Yeah. We all got duped by Wolfie making a fake screen cap that doesn't exist of RDMs. Because, you know, luck helps you get more attempts up. I mean, I guess, yes. However, like, I mean, I don't know if I want that. Because the way up's a risk killer. I don't know how much I want that many attempts up. Have I just missed a shot somewhere or something? No? No, I haven't. Okay. Oh, there goes all my time. Imagine getting damage in when you could just, you know... I wanted the shot. Dude, like, was that even fast enough? Like, I feel that, like, I was already too slow. I was like, I don't want to play this. I mean, I want to beat it. But, like, nobody wants a dead wrist. You know? Nobody likes losing the ability to function. Was that even fast enough? Like, I know I could have caught up on her health later, but man... Like, that was a decent attempt in terms of surviving, but, like, that's not good enough, as I've practiced. And I know that's not good enough. Just surviving isn't enough. Like, that, I feel like that would have been too slow with how my mashing is. Like, I just need a better method of jumping, and I don't have it. So here's the thing, Nameless. Around here is my best attempt with God mode with jumping on the way back up. With God mode. With single shift jumping. And I've tried using multiple shifts to jump on the way back up. And it's really awkward and I'm not very good at it. So yes, that's why I'm like, okay, I don't really mind if I get too many attempts to the bottom quickly. Because whenever I get an attempt, it's probably going to last a while. Because that attempt, it takes like 1 minute to go down and about 2 to go up. So that's 2 minutes of infinite jump. If you do well. At least a minute and a half. So, yeah, I don't want to get that many attempts to the bottom, if I'm honest, because then my wrist will die. Nobody wants that. Bitch. To attempt is to learn, and I mean I have learned. I learned the boss is a piece of crap. I mean, it was pretty easy to learn, but now I have proof for it, so, you know. Big difference there. A lot of people can say something's a piece of crap. Few people can say they have the experience to know it's a piece of crap. You know? Crap. Good death. And, like, I'm curious to at least try to get a good attempt to the top that doesn't clear, because I think that alone would be interesting as well. Cool, good attempt there. Being like, you know, 12 of 16 or whatever the hell. But even still, that would still just go to show how far off I am from the end. Okay. I do find it weird the game over's squished. I don't see what the reason for that is. Considering the screen looks normal otherwise. I guess he couldn't put the game over the top of the bar on the right for some reason because of the view nonsense he's doing. So it got extra weird. So this is the less weird option of the two. Are you even going to work on the char task again, by the way, Nameless? Fair enough if you don't feel like it. I'm not going to hold that against you or anything. I'm just curious because, you know, like to see more. No, not have you. It's like, yeah, it's meant to be more like, have you thought about it? And yeah, I guess I phrased it poorly. I can't remember what I said already. I haven't done any tasking recently. I mean, that's what I figured. I was just curious what was going on with that. Like, if you just don't feel like passing, that's fine. I can't talk crap. I haven't done game making in way too long. Okay, not entirely true. I've done very small bits of game making, but nothing serious. Very small bits of game making. Made a boss for one person's game that may or may not come out in the next month or so. Made something recently that was exceptionally stupid and took an hour and a half. So that's definitely nothing to be taken seriously. And other than that, yeah, nothing major. More free time, reasonable, honestly. Yeah, I can get that. Hopefully I'll have that after, like, now that December's over. Maybe I'll finally be able to accomplish things again, that'd be cool. Now I don't have way too many days of work, which, yay! Maybe I can sleep properly again, that'll be a good time. I hope so. Bitch. Like, I really don't... I will say, like, maybe it's making me, like, blank out a little too much as I do this drop. Like, maybe I'm not thinking hard enough by the time I get to the bottom. But I'm not gonna lie and say, like, I don't appreciate the break between attempts. Because I very much appreciate the break between attempts of going upwards. AKA, you know, the... I had to go under that. Really? Here. Of the hard part. Bro, come on. Give me a break. I have about a week left until it's at least 1.5 months of work without it. Yeah, okay, fair enough then. Yeah, no, fair enough though. Again, not gonna hold it against you for not doing it. Just curious what the state of that was. Oh, yeah, okay, that's reasonable too. Fair enough. I can't tell I'm just not sleeping well, or this boss is just making me tired going down. Bit of both? Bit of both. I'm going with a bit of both. Bit of both on that one. It really is just kind of chill, falling all the way down, I'm not gonna lie. I've always said long jumps are fun, and this is definitely one of the reasons. It's like, I just kind of have to fall, man, and then eventually I get there. That's kind of cool. That's why. Didn't think it'd bounce off that one. I didn't think it'd bounce off the one to the left there. I thought it was going to go past it. Bollocks. Kind of sucked for trying to jump as well, if that was the case. Why was that one so fast? Two-frame turnaround, let's go! Fun fact! All of these spawns are based on player position. Like, all these objects are based on where the player is. So, technically, you can predict all of these spawns. Now, where the bouncers go, that's a different story. But, like, you can at least predict where they'll start from, so that's something I get. I knew I went too far to the left to start with. Oh, I knew I went too left to start with there. God damn it, my hands get cold so easily. Yeah, no, that's fair, that's fair. Oh, yeah, no, I mean, nobody can predict like 2 months in advance. God, why do my hands freeze over so easily? It's so frustrating. Stop it. Be warm. Ah. Bounce angles random? I mean, technically no. But it's Game Maker bounces, so basically yes. No, it's using the drag and drop code of like bounce against targets, not precisely. So technically no. But it does mean if two of these things get inside of each other, funny things are gonna be happening. Best of luck figuring those out, because I've already had one car, like one blue car, shoot down half a spike. And by half a spike, yeah, no, it was half a spike, not a full spike. Half of one of these long spikes. It was really funny. I've also had one where the thing just teleported, and I still don't have an answer for that one. I have genuinely no clue, it just went through the air. I don't know if I want to kill her later. Honestly, getting tempted to, because, yeah, start shooting her sooner now. Ah, bollocks. Decent. Not good enough from damage, I think, but decent otherwise. Yeah, let me just show you this video again. If you can answer this, that'd be great. So, see if you can guess where the weird part was. Pay close attention. Oh, there it goes. Can you guess what the weird thing was that happened here? Look at the doggy now. And there he goes. If you can answer that one for me, that'd be fantastic. Because I got nothing. Teleporting bullcrap right there. Like, it doesn't even hit anything, it just suddenly teleports. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand what happened. Like, the dog just teleported through the air. Spared me from my attempt. Yeah, no, he spared from killing me. I see, the thing is, I think I would have jumped around him still. I probably would have held right. I feel like I would have held right, though, if he hadn't teleported. But because he teleported, it threw me off. And so I went left too far and ran into the spike. Oh, I think I would have lived if he hadn't teleported. Pause. Ah, that's on me. I knew I shouldn't. I should have kept going right there. You kind of just stick with whatever direction you're going once the eggs spawn. I still don't know what these things are, by the way. I just call them eggs because I don't know what they are. How many bosses left? This is the only one. However, nobody's beaten this, so I don't know if I can either. It's pretty painful. The way down really is so chill, man. Like, you really can just stop thinking so easily. Especially when it then kills you, it's just, well, guess I go around again. 1 minute intro, let's go. And yeah, so like you get screwed over, you die, it's like, okay, whatever, I guess I'll go around again. Because it's like, it's not the hard part, so... It takes a long time to get an attempt started, but considering how hard the attempt is whenever you get it started, it doesn't really feel like it matters how long it takes to get it started. It will just be whenever it is. Come on. Don't even know if holding left ASAP really works there. Halfway, hold left. Okay. Well, I do that to go right sooner, but I guess I won't there. Yeah, if I just didn't have to go up fast, I genuinely don't think I'd have much trouble with ascending through most of these bouncing objects. Because, like, for the most part, you can predict where it's gonna go, like whether it'll bounce backwards or bounce in one direction. Mostly. Not flawlessly, just mostly. God, I wouldn't make it. Like, it's definitely not perfect. I guess logically it would be best to kill her at the bottom of the screen at the end of phase 1 and the end of the way down, just because you would have more time to go up then. I just don't feel comfortable doing that. I feel like I'd rather just shoot her at the top of her, like lose the extra little bit of height, than try to be right at the bottom and try to jump even more distance, because that is relying on me being able to jump well for even longer, and I don't know how good I'm going to be at it for the time I have already, so... It is only like 5-10 seconds of extra jumping. I don't even think it's 10, it's probably more like 5, but... It feels like so much. Alright. I was just starting to gear up to think about, like, alright, so the next part then. How do we deal with the ending? I know how this works. I guess I'll just get down there and see what happens, and then I just died, so... I was fully getting prepared to deal with the hard part again, man. This boss is such an ass. Like, the way down's unfair and the way up is notoriously hard. Oh, I really hoped I'd make that. Come on. Come on. Seriously? Yeah. Or the can too late. I wouldn't say it's... Like, I would say that, like, part of, like, the lethargy, for want of a better term, because I never know what the right word is because of how dark it is already. Like, having the windows shut and the lights on inside definitely makes it harder to stream, I feel like, than just having sunlight. That is one of the downsides of this house compared to the other houses. However, at the moment, like, even then, it still makes a difference with the curtains closed and whether there's sunlight going through the curtains or not. Like, I can tell it's dark. I don't need to look outside to know it's dark. It's only 20 to 5, man. Like, you can feel it. I do feel like it makes a difference. In terms of, like, playing well, I mean. I'm definitely tired for whatever reason. And I could not tell you the reason why, but I do, like, considering how things have been in the last few streams, I do feel like that's a good part of it. It's definitely a little bit because there's just nothing to think about on the descent here at all. Like, there is nothing I have to think about in the slightest here. Just slowly fall down, and eventually I make it to the bottom. Maybe it doesn't kill me again. I hoped it'd be slower. Man, I swear the first one's the one I do the worst out at the moment for some reason. Like, I'm not going to say I'm perfect with the rest, but like 2 onwards, maybe it's because I know that there's more there. Maybe I play it slower or something. Like, maybe I just play it slower because of that. I don't know. I should have gone round to the right, but nah, if I'd gone to the right, I would have died. It would be too slow for the gap. Yeah, I feel like I play it fast on the first one just because, like, it's the first one, there's barely anything up here. I feel like I shouldn't have to worry about it, but... It's definitely killed me quite a few times so far, not least of all the teleporting door. I don't know, it's so hard to tell. It's just hard to tell when you're gonna get screwed over and get bad RNG or something, you know? You have a hard time trying to get... Damn it! I thought I was to the green one. The other green one. It's hard to tell when you're gonna have a hard time trying to get through to the next set, you know? God, I really am yawning too much. I am so tired. Oh, please. Fine. Definitely means I'm not paying attention on the way down. I think on the way up I am going to be paying attention, but I don't know how far I'm going to get still, even with that. Unfortunately. Game. Ah, too far over. But even with paying attention, it's hard to tell how far I'm going to get up. Way down, I'm definitely not paying enough attention on, but like if I get screwed over by the way down, this doesn't really feel like there's much I can do about it, you know? You just hold right and left and hope the game doesn't murder you. Like, the last 3 or 4 deaths have all just been like, hey, I've spawned objects. Whoops, you can't dodge it. Should have been faster at falling, you know? If only you had more fall speed in the section where you can't really control anything. Game. Like, pretty much all you can do is just make sure you're holding down. Damn it! God. Holding to the side immediately, but not too soon, because otherwise situations like that arise where you can't fall past the object because, you know, spikes. Ah, that was on me. I was meant to go to the other side first. Kind of forgot my route there. Ah, screwed. Ah, got lucky. Let's go. I screwed that one up. Yeah, all you can do is just hold to the side far enough from the gap that it's okay, and hope that the game doesn't kill you. I let go of left, please. By that I mean I swear if I press right in time. Man. Well, I did get some good practice at least at the start of the stream to like figure out how the infinite jumping works, so I got a better idea of how to plan this out at least. Now the problem is that I've got to actually execute it, so... In terms of time taken, it's not... Like, I kind of figured from the get-go that it's actually not going to give me as good an idea of how long this is going to take as I thought. I feel like I need another stream like when I'm a bit more awake to be able to figure that out. Because right now I feel like I'm, like, the start of the stream was good for trying to figure things out, but now that I figured things out and I want to try to give it a attempt, I'm tired, so, for whatever reason. Which means I'm not playing so great on the parts that I need to play decently at, aka the long drop. There have definitely been a couple of moments in the long drop I definitely could have survived, and I didn't. And there's been some times where I just straight up couldn't do. Yeah, well, fair enough. I would have had to react fast there, so. And that one, yeah, well, that one I just couldn't do anything. Screw that one. The one with the fish, though, definitely could have dodged that if I just went to the right. I just wasn't prepared for it. Because I kind of do just accept my fate, sort of, when it comes to this. Like, if the game kills me, I guess I die then. Cool. That's just kind of how it goes. Why am I yawning so much? I don't understand why I'm tired. Oh my god. Oh, it's so annoying. I just want to pay some sort of... Well, okay, fair enough. See, that one's one of those that's just like, cool, I guess I'll die then. Those moments are exactly why I don't pay attention on this drop. Because that happens so goddamn frequently. It's like, oh, cool. It spawned the 3 objects and one of them decided I needed murder. Well, like, there's genuinely nothing you can do about those. You just fall and hope it works out. Hey, I paid attention for that one. That was like 5 seconds away. Good job, me! I do wonder how much time I lose because I'm killing her early on this drop part here. Like, you know, trying to kill her like here instead of closer to the bottom. What are you doing? Get a grip! Oh my god. Friggin' game, man. I didn't think that was good about that for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, they really do. See, like, that right there, Nameless, is why I say, like, the collisions are nonsensical sometimes. We saw 2 objects on top of each other, and then they suddenly decide to spread out and just whoosh. Trying to do what they do. But yeah, a lot of these objects on the descent are just like, I'm here! Let's go, boys! Straight up all the speed, right into your face. You can't. There's code for that, unfortunately. I thought about it too for a moment. And then I remembered. Yeah, no, they made sure that can't happen. Because I also know that sometimes you see bursts spawn as just like 12 objects on top of one spot. And that's why. Because there's code to make sure that it can't spawn inside it. Yeah, I know, right? They make sure there's code to fix the problems like that. Fix the problems that would make it easier. I am. Well, this is. Scuffed attempt, because I had to lose so much time in the first one. Okay. Easy? Easy. Ah, I tried to rush that. I tried to rush that one. Actually felt pretty alright on spamming jump. I don't know what her health was at, but like the way that start went definitely made me feel like it wasn't going to go well. Because I really need all the time I can get. And like that much time lost on the ascent is just, ugh. Decent? How much is decent exactly? Because I don't know how much decent is. The last few hits seem to be take an eternity. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm doing alright at climbing, it's just I'm not surviving for long enough, which is going back to a thing I said earlier on this boss and stated during, like, Metro Cross? Sky Kid? But when you go too fast, you can't figure out you're going too fast. You have to go too slow to learn how slow you're going. But if you go too fast, you can't learn that you're going too fast because you just die. Hey, Life, how's it going? What was I meant to do? Like, maybe I can actually take my time. However, considering the practice with God mode, Considering the practice of the god mode, I do feel like I can't, but like, I didn't do the practice of the god mode, like, you know, pausing for moments for dodging objects. I just spammed to try to get up there ASAP. And admittedly, like, there is a full section left, that is a pretty reasonable distance, but like, she doesn't move slowly going up. -3 isn't that fast, but it's not that slow. It's not a huge amount of time to get past one of these sections. You remember nothing about yesterday. Was that because you were too drunk, or because there's something else going on that I'm unaware of? That's on me. Last 3 attempts have died due to the bullets spawning and deciding I need to end. And then I did. Completely out of my control. She falls, the end part falls this quickly, man. It falls as fast as her when she's not being shot. That seems so hard to deal with. Hey, I dodged one, let's go! I didn't just hold right and mindlessly blank out and die! Woo! That's actually good for me there. I've not been paying enough attention half the time. There you go, Nameless, that burst there is what happens. That's what happens when you get things over the top of each other like that. They just all kind of spawn on each other. I didn't think it was going to bounce up off the bottom one. Bollocks, that one's on me. I should have seen that bounce coming. Drunk, the Jack Daniels is gone. The Kraken is gone. Oh no! Oh my god. Yeah, no, I gotta go back up. That's why this is hard. Yeah, that's the hard part. Trying to go back up through all of this. If you do that, congrats. You get to the end part. You don't win, you just get to the end part. Yeah, you gotta mash it. It's not like the crap that's the problem, it's the speed you need to jump up at. That's the problem here. Because you need to go so fast. I feel like I should just make like an exclamation, like a command at this point with how many times I've repeated myself for this. Like, people don't understand it's the speed of the cell that's going up that's the problem, not the amount of crap in the way. Or the crap in the way does delay you from going up, obviously. Not that I blame anyone for not knowing, obviously, but... Hey. Almost got me. Very almost there. Oh yeah, I mean, that's Idolmaster in a nutshell, yeah. Pretty creative and stupid. It's impressive. Oops, I missed. A lot of this game is that, yeah. At least on this difficulty. On easier difficulties, it's not so bad. On medium, it's reasonable. Like, it took me like 3 hours. Hard took me 10. Hard's got some stupid moments as well. Namely in the early game with the Ori and Dammy and Mammy. Not paying attention, man. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly it. Tries too hard to, like, tries to go for hard over fun. Despite it being creative and interesting. Real shame. Real shame. Oh, I didn't feel like I didn't see anything I could have done on that one. Maybe I could have gone to the right of it all, but I don't feel like I could have weaved around it, so I really should stop doing it like this on that one. Like, I keep going to the right now, and I know that's what killed me before. Killed me a couple of times. It requires less thought power. I don't have to remember the timing on when things are going to do that, so I don't have to, like, you know, cross over. Like, here I gotta, yeah. Too far over, cool. Again, Nameless, there you go. That's what happens if you try to spawn the objects inside the things. You just saw like 8 of them on top of each other. It's because it pushes them out. Yeah, I knew that was bad. That was on me. Yeah, unfortunately, you can't just screw over half the objects, because somehow that's the one thing they're prepared for. Balls, I can't dodge basic crap. Half of these deaths aren't even on the game anymore. This is just me being bad. Fair enough. This is a bitch. That's what I learned at the start of playing this game, and I guess that's how it's going to end as well. Balls! Oh my god. I really should have stopped like half an hour ago, huh? I just want to get good attempts at the second part, you know, but it takes a minute to start. Big Kid and Miku's intro is less boring than this. I feel like I need to turn on some hard metal for this minute drop just so I can stay awake. Yeah, stop paying attention. Yeah, okay, you know what? Where is it? There's this song that I just found again. I want to look at. You work, right? You work. Cool. Welcome to my clear of Idolmaster with this song playing. This is the clear. That would be wonderful. Oops. Also, it's like 2009, the quality is not great. Currently, it's only in my left ear, and I don't remember that part. There you go, good job, song, you made it to the other side. Balls. Yeah, that's on me. I thought it was going to be the other time. Those two objects were both going to the left, and then they collided with each other, and then they were both going to the right. Welcome to bouncing. Welcome to the bouncing code, man. This is why it's a mess. Bouncing objects are so scuffed. This song is solely for going down, but it's not like I can pause at the end, so... It kinda does! There's a music video made for this song recently. It's about boxing, apparently, which that one caught me off guard. I didn't even think about it before, but yeah. Oh, there goes all those. I could have had that too. Bollocks. It honestly could be. Nah, regular Big Kid. I wouldn't say extra. Extra's even worse. You don't underestimate extra. I mean, according to Redbat, the two people that cleared the boss, supposedly, with no proof, were about 80 and 100 hours each, so that's regular Big Kids here. That's how long it took me, or something. I think. I have a lot of time in Love Trap at this point, I don't know. Of course not. Of course not. Yeah, definitely not X Big Kid. Like, this is TIS levels. Big Kid normal. Not Big Kid X, that's last TIS. Really shouldn't underestimate that fight. I am so tempted to play this without in-game song on, in-game music, but like... Man, I've recorded everything else with in-game sound. Oh, you know this group. I know like one song from them. And it's this one. I don't even remember how I found it. I think I was just searching random Guitar Hero 3 customs like years ago. It was a surprisingly fun song to play on the YouTube video because I didn't know how to set up Guitar Hero 3 customs and I didn't seem to need to. I could just play the YouTube video. I wasn't good enough for half those customs anyways. I didn't care. I wasn't going to try to save my scores. Son of a bitch, man, let me live. These aren't even on me right now, it's just killing me. Hey, cool, thanks. Balls. Master in the hole, right? No, I'm not going to play anything else after this. This is the only song. We're not doing song requests. I've never done song requests. God, I've definitely never done song requests. I swear, like, every time I play my own song once, it immediately goes to somebody requesting something. Oh, cool. Oh, I guess it's fine holding right. That works too. At some point. Now that I can do. I'm assuming it's just a metal, like, Christmas song, and I've heard quite a few of those. I don't think it'll be anything special to me, if I'm honest. I have heard a lot of Christmas metal. I've heard a lot of metal in general. Cool RNG there, thanks. Can I? Yes. Ooh, I don't know how I dodged that. That's right, Tap, it was a joke. I'm glad you understood that when I said yes. Because I can. When you respond like this, like, it feels like, you know, parent-teacher nonsense. Like, it's like, the kid asks, like, could I have a cookie? And they say, you can have a cookie, but will you have a cookie? You know, that sort of a thing. To which the answer is no, you will not have a cookie. Son of a bitch, I can't react to these. Actually really well made. You imply that a lot of the songs I've heard are not really well made. They are. There's a lot of good music out there. I know I've heard a lot of songs. Alright, that was fun. Oh, I'm just not awake enough for this right now, I think. That's my big problem. I'll still try for a little bit, but yeah, I think my big problem right now is I'm just not awake enough to deal with going down. There's the cookie. Oh no, I know where the cookie is. I already ate it. Merry Christmas, Stephen. Thank you very much. Yeah, I think I'm just too tired for this right now. It's been a good, like, hour of me not playing this great, in my opinion. The first hour was practice, which was important. I have learned many important things, but worse. Just worse. Just like, ah, cool. More ways I can't do this, boss. Wonderful. Glad to know about these. Always it's not going to go well for me. Ooh. But, like, it was important. Buddy, give me a break. Just to check, I wonder if My Way is just My Way by Frank Sinatra, right? I feel like if I sing that, it's just gonna make it objectively worse. There's no way I could improve it. I can't read the easy parts as well. Not good at easy suck. I mean, I got the general idea from it. From that one specific. I didn't even try that time. Oh my god, I just can't read for crap on the way down. I feel like I genuinely feel like I'd read the way up better than the way down right now, and I don't know why. But I really just can't read the way down. I mean, probably because up's slower. Yeah, definitely because up's slower. And I just don't have the speed at this point in time. Not all of us can be Max. Hey. No way I was going to react to that one well. Buddy! Why? It's not even entirely crappy RNG at this point. Man. Okay, well that was kind of crappy, but like, I could have gone there. But yeah, I just can't react to this. I'll give this until like 3:30 on the stream time. And then I guess I'll leave that there for today because no point in playing if I can't even get to the bottom, you know? I won't be able to stream the next couple of days because I'm visiting, tomorrow visiting sister. Don't know what's going on for the week after. Hopefully I'll be able to stream Tuesday onwards, but we'll see. Tuesday I may just feel too tired for this, if I'm honest. considering how I'm currently going. Case in point. Yeah, yet again, case in point there. Like, ah yes, a slow projectile. Wonder how I'll fail to dodge this one. I'm not gonna say I feel... I have no idea what I was gonna do there. I'm not gonna say I feel too bad about this boss after this. Currently, like, the current state we're at is, like, infinite jump seems like hell. I need to get some attempts in to just figure out whether I can do it or not in the actual game. I need to get, like, an attempt that gets to the top and see how close I cut it, and then go from there. Because right now, obviously, just trying to get up on its own without any of the bullets seems really difficult, and I don't know if I could do it in an attempt. But I need to at least get an attempt to try to be able to learn that for sure. Because at the start, it looks pretty alright. But, like, the start isn't the important part, and I know that. I mean, it is important in its own right, but, like, it's not half of the climb. So I don't know. I don't know how much leeway I have, or how much of a difference it makes. Like, I went right there, please. I even pressed jump. That's how you know I tried to dodge it. Like, I don't know how much leeway or extra time I have to try to dodge things on the way up. And, like, I don't think it's enough. I'll be honest, I don't think it's enough in the slightest, but, like, I need to at least try to find out. Yeah, I thought that was too low. I need to at least give it a shot to find out first. It could just be a case I spend 4 hours on 8 hours on this boss and then decide I still can't do it. So that's also possible. I really should just stop doing that strat at this point. It's just trying to, like, actually deal with it is just screwing me over. I should just hold right and hope that it doesn't kill me against the wall again. It's not the first time I've done that. Yeah. That right there is why I don't do that strat. That's why I try to not do that one. Cool. Didn't get screwed over, but I didn't react to it well. It's shocking how long it takes me to get an attempt at the bottom. Like, I get it. You gotta deal with, like, what, 16, 17 of these targeted bullcrap things? But even still, the amount of time it takes is very surprising. Just to get one attempt to, like, the climb, aka, you know, the part that murders everybody. In real life, not in game. Well, I feel no fault on that one. Just, so we all gotta see this together. Oh, they're here. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, I wasn't really ready for that one to go straight horizontal after that, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, it's funny. Eden's laughing. Nobody else is, but Eden might be. I want a decent attempt, you know? I swear I've only seen that happen at the start somehow, and I don't know how that works. It's only been on the first one. Part of it is definitely because I'm not getting very far, so I don't get to see it very far into an attempt. But at the same time, you think you understand why no one's completed this. Why is that, Raylock? Why do you think it might be? He would, yeah. Oh yeah, Prince. Sanctus came up with a much better idea on, like, how you'd fix this issue. He asked where the gravity flipper was. That would be kinda neat. That would actually be kind of cool, I think. Hit the bottom, grab flip, go all the way up again. Oh, why? Why? Yeah, it would still be hard as balls, but like, I'm thinking of your grab flip, but she keeps the same speed accelerating upwards, so she's pretty slow. But because you're flipped upside down, you have to, you know, deal with all the things while upside down. And then you get flipped again when you kill her, obviously. Yeah, you'd have to, otherwise you'd be too slow for the last one. Ah, crap. Okay, we're fine. Oh, screw you! What was I... How was I supposed to realise that was too far? I want one attempt to the next part, man. That's literally it. How many phases are there? You go down, you go up, you go down again. That's it. You shoot her on the way down, you shoot her on the way up, you rush to the bottom. It doesn't exist the third time. And that's all there is to this boss. It's very simple. However, simple does not mean easy. 32 pixel needle is simple. Sure as hell ain't easy sometimes. Alright, wait. Yeah, that's fair. That was on me. I went way too early. My mistake. I really thought that one was going to spawn so much sooner than it did. Jesus. Oh my god, that one just bounced off itself in a sense and shot straight up. That one really wanted me. Ah, man, I'm not even getting nothing in that section. For a moment I just thought like, oh cool, halfway through I just get a free pass, and then I saw how many spawned above me. But like another 12 objects that just suddenly spawned from the big explosion. Like, ah, man. You couldn't give me one free pass, could you? You could just try to mash jump to catch up. I swear so many of these don't even look that bad when I'm going down. But I know they're a problem when I come back up. As in, like, they don't look like there'll be a problem on the way back up while I'm going down. But then I go back down, go back up and, you know. Ah, yes, of course. Cool. My bad. Really should have held left there. How did I not foresee such an outcome? Whoops. God, you gotta love that. I'm so glad that they fixed the... Maybe that's why they teleport. Maybe that's the reason why they teleport, because when they're in the spikes, they move out. They get shifted out by 32 pixels. So maybe the reason is that, like, they're bouncing inside the spikes, and the game says, oh no, you can't do that. You need to be outside the spikes, and then it shifts them by a bit. That would honestly make sense, except for the fact it's already going away from the spike, Eden. Okay, you know what, actually? I'm just gonna, like, show off the code on that one quickly. Because I am fairly certain I'm correct on this point. So where is this thing? So it's you that spawns these things. Where's the code on this bullcrap? You... There's a few of these, by the way. Kotori bound, which is just, you know, bounces all the way around. One is just bounces horizontal. And then there's no bound, which I don't know what that means. Doesn't bounce off the I guess that doesn't bounce off the other objects, it only bounces off the spikes. I'm gonna double check actually, because I'm curious now. I looked at this before and I didn't really get it before, but I didn't really care, so. What's the speed on these things? Oh, direction. I thought it was speed 15. Why do you have an alarm? You have an alarm for speed equals 0? Huh. Yeah, while collision rectangle, player killer, y minus equals 32. Oh, that's in the alarm though. Okay, so you're so after 10 seconds, some of these things just stop. No, wait, was it 10 seconds? Hold on, checking code, it's not on stream because, you know. Oh, 150, oh, okay, so it's after like 3 to 4 seconds. So basically, I should never see these things stop moving. They should just always be stopped by the time I get there. However, the bottom ones spawn right next to me, so that's why those ones stop moving next to my face. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Gotcha. And they do bounce against things before that point. That makes sense. If move count greater than move count max, what do you mean move count max? Where's move count max? 35 plus I random 30, okay. Why does it need to be random between 35 and 65? Okay, so basically it says like between 35 and 65 collisions, it just shifts itself down 32 pixels. So I'm pretty sure that's what's happening in both of those cases for the teleports there. They're just somehow they've hit 35 bounces or whatever it is, and they shift downwards right at that point twice. Although that still doesn't really make sense on the first one. Like, at least the second one was like when they collided. The first one was this. Like, the dog wasn't even on the damn thing. Like, see, it's like all the way out here. It's here, and then it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's like 32 pixels. I know it says collision rectangle, but that's further than the rectangle says. It's like within a 32 pixel range of the center of it for some reason. So it's like the center and then 32 pixels to the right and down of the object. If a collision in that square, in the step event, so it's 30 frames. But yeah, it's meant to be so it doesn't get stuck inside of the thing. I don't know why he has to make it random, like between 35 and 65. I don't know why the teleport out of a spike is meant to be randomized, but okay. Sure. That's so weird. That's so weird. I don't understand how this is, like, why this is coded this way, but okay, whatever. That's probably the reason. That would be it. Yeah. Yeah, I'll just get it for you quickly anyway, just so you can, like, just the thing. There you go. And it's inside the bouncing objects for the record, which, you know, obviously have a lot of different sprites. A lot of different sprites. There's a lot of possible options. Nine options. Alright, there's 9 options. I don't know if it's different for other ones, but yeah, there's 9 options. Oh, that was a nice break. I have reached the half past mark, but we'll see what happens. It, yeah, very much is Eden coding, yeah. I mean, keep in mind, the other guy, like Nasu, whatever his name is, I just know his name begins and then, pretty sure it's Nasu. Like, has done a fair bit of the coding in this as well. He made the script for the speedrun stuff, as far as I'm aware. Because they're labeled with N_RTA, so, you know. But like, yeah, that's kind of nonsensical. Screen capture, good point. It's fine, I'm recording. Not missing anything, you die 3 times at the start of the fall. 4 times at the start of the fall. I lived. I was about to say 5 times at the start of the fall, but okay. I guess not 5 times at the start of the fall. Wow, we survived. Well, we survived past the start of the fall. Pain. The drop really is mind-numbing, and that's a shame. Like, again, I'll stand by my point, I do still enjoy the drop, but I'm also going to say it's incredibly mind-numbing. It really is. Ooh, okay. Full game, thanks. Yay, I get to make it to the end. Do I make it to the end? I'm still at the last one. Well. Yeah, the hell with that side. I think I need to jump more as opposed to... Yeah, that was on me. I knew I should have gone left there. I knew I should have gone left there. I saw all those and like... I saw the two blocks slowly going up to the right from the right side, from the left side, and was like, oh no, I should go right of those. Like, ah. Dumb idea on my part, you should have gone left of that. Like, honestly, it's not that much you have to read on the climb. Because half the time it's like not that hard to go up, it's just occasionally in some of these blocks. I don't know what to call them, some like, it's like blocks, you know? Block sections. You just have like one or two dodges that you really have to do in terms of like figuring out what the bouncing's gonna do. And by that I mean, you don't go into a giant bunch of like 50 of them like I just did. You just read where to not go through 8 of them at once. And like, that's more or less all you have. Like, it doesn't... I can kind of see why the climb isn't that bad in terms of, like, dodging. But I don't think it's that bad in terms of dodging for the climb for the most part. It's just, you know, in terms of the climb. Didn't work as a shield. Yeah, no, that's kind of cool as well. Yeah, those are the ones that stop after 3 to 4 seconds. Like, again, in general, I think the fight's cool. Just, you know, the climb. Ow, my wrist. ETC. Because apparently Eden's wrists aren't human. They are made of metal. Because otherwise he wouldn't be able to do the thing. Or something. I don't know, something like that. Really got them replaced at some point. Yeah, sorry, I was too far over. Or more specifically, he probably just got through the climb a couple of times and said, sure, this is fine. And left it like that. I got lucky. Cool, never mind. I was dead anyway. Even if I'd survived that jump, it would have been over, because I jumped too high. That would have been too slow to fall. This is what happens when I'm not paying attention. I kind of don't think about the strats. I'm just kind of like holding left and right, and then sometimes I'll live. Oh, come on! I'm actually curious to try the end now. Like, I want to try the raising up again, the rise up. I feel like I'm paying at least a bit more. I'm not going to say I'm playing perfectly. I feel like I'm playing a bit better in terms of paying attention. I actually have to be able to, you know, get to the bottom to be able to try the part that matters. Okay. Yay, I get to live! Woo! Logically, I should make it to the end now. If I'm gonna die anyway, I'll be on the last one, because that's where I always seem to die for some reason. But, alright, we'll see what happens. Hey, we saw what happens. God, why do I have to be right so much? Why do I have to be right so often? I'm okay with being proven incorrect. If anything, that would be more interesting. In any case, not just this game, just in a general sense. Even if that means I die in certain cases, at least it's interesting. Ah, thought that was going to go faster and bounce off the wall, but fair enough, that one's on me. That one's the one I meant to do the same strat as like the third one down here, where I like go all the way to the side and then go back. Like here, I go halfway, like I go all the way over to try to spawn that one over, and then I'm trying to go to the left here. I meant to go like back to the left on that one as opposed to, you know, all the way to the right to avoid that problem that we just had, but I just couldn't make it on that one. My burst wasn't great. Because on the drop, there's only really like 3 parts that should kill you in terms of, you know, on you. That was... Finish the sentence. That was one of them. The one that was coming up before that, so yeah. That was because I stopped paying attention again. Here you go. So I'm going to go to the right here, and then I go all the way to the left, and there you go. Now it's good because I'm away from the wall. Therefore, you don't get the bullets so much. That's how you're supposed to do that. They do the same thing later, too. However, I'm doing what we could call in the industry a poor job of things. So here you go over, just to spawn this one further to the right, then you go over again, then you go back to the left, and then you dodge, and then everything's great, and then you win! Yay! Good job, everybody! We skimmed that one with our cape, but we lived still. Oh, there are some fast ones in this. If I make it up this high, I'm not gonna like this. Why were you there? Hey, didn't kill me! Hi! I didn't mean to jump there. As soon as I pressed jump, I knew there was a problem. Ah, bollocks. At least I got an attempt, I guess. That's nice. At least I got an attempt in. That was nice. Got to the hard part, and I didn't get immediately screwed, so cool. I can say that death was on me. Like, that one was just bouncing sideways. There were no problems there. I just messed up. Alright, at least I know on the teleport, like I did learn something about the teleporting as well. The teleporting can only happen when I'm between the spikes. Cool RNG there. The teleporting bullcrap can only happen when I'm between spikes, and it's probably only early. I didn't look deep enough. Does the number reset? Because I think it can only bug out like that once. I'm fairly, I don't know how I live there, but alright. I'm fairly certain. So that means that the other one... No, I guess it can't be the case, because it can mean it could teleport into a spike. Why does it have to be contact with a player killer? Doesn't that mean it happens with every object that's bouncing around here? Like, I feel like I should be seeing them bounce around all the goddamn time. Because yeah, these all have parent player killer. I guess, like, with the collision rectangle, it's got to be specifically a player killer object, but then it's a spike. It's not a player killer. Oh, why is it random then? Okay, so it's like, if it's within 32 pixels of a player killer for 35 to 65 frames, it does the teleport thing. Otherwise, it gets reset to 0. Like, the 35 to 65 gets reset to 0. But why is it got to be... This code is a mess. This is a train wreck of a way to fix this problem. Jesus. What in the world was he thinking? Because if it just stays within bouncing objects for long enough, doesn't it just mean it could just always teleport? Maybe that's the point? So when two bouncing objects get stuck on each other, it just makes them teleport on. Maybe that's why it's random as well. Maybe that actually might be the reason. Like, maybe it's a random timer for how long it teleports, just so if the two bouncing objects get stuck on each other, then they'll teleport away from each other at different times, so they won't get stuck on each other again. Final boss is Hell, which is fully expected, Navala. Yeah, luck won't save me here. I mean, it went on the way down, but on the way up, no. And the way up is really the part that matters. It should be the part that matters, but right now I cannot reach it because the way down is dicks. Balls. Dicks and balls. A bit of both. Bit of both going on. It's not surprising, unfortunately. It is exactly what I expected this fight to be. I knew what I was getting into before I started playing this game. On beginner, I knew what I was getting into on very hard. Like, I'd seen how this fight works. I'd seen the nonsense that this thing pulls. It's definitely not... It's definitely nonsense. Like, I knew I was going to have to be aware of, like, two bouncing objects being on top of each other, but I'm really going to have to be aware of two bouncing objects on top of each other then. Because that makes a lot of sense, and why that's a bit nonsensical now. I am very surprised that this tower runs as well as it does. Considering every object here has a step event going on. Like, every single one of them has a step event going on here. Constantly checking if it's colliding with something, or not even colliding, within 32 pixels in a weird-ass range. Yeah, teleport bullcrap. I didn't even get a chance to see that one appear. I didn't even get a chance to see that one appear, man. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go. So it was these two. Except for some reason one of them went up instead of down. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I didn't have time to react to this one, man. Why did that one go up instead of down 32? Do they have different choices in whether they go up or down? I need to double check this now. That one's plus. That was a horizontal one. That one's plus as well. They're all downwards, so why did that go up? Okay, well there is a minus 32 in there, but I don't know that. Oh no, there it is. While collision rectangle player killer. If it hits the alarm with that while inside of an object, it teleports upwards. Friggin'. So again, it's only something that can happen at the start of it. I see. Cool. In the first 3 to 4 seconds? Yeah, 3 to 4 seconds. Fantastic. Otherwise, it will teleport downwards. Alright, well, I want one more attempt that doesn't get screwed by that sort of bullcrap. Just, I want one more attempt going up that doesn't get screwed by that sort of nonsense. You know, actually gets to try the thing. You know, that would be nice. I'm not expecting it to be fantastic. But I don't feel like it's that hard to read going up. I really don't. Assuming it's been 3 to 4 seconds in, apparently, so they can't kill me immediately. But cool. Even when I try to spawn her, like, right at the bottom of the screen, so I have more time, I have to go up even further, it still kills me. Because it's still too slow. Bitch. Yay. I at least got the attempt. Do I get the attempt fast? No. Yeah. Definitely screwed up a little bit there. I spawned it too far to the side, but even still, cool RNG. Cool RNG game. Well, I can't say this has done quite so much for me deciphering whether I can or cannot beat this fight than I was hoping for. It's definitely been less on that point than I was expecting. I've certainly learned something valuable about the bottom of the screen. That being, like, until I get past the first wave of spikes, I can always just get screwed over. Not even just on the drop. The 3 to 4 seconds after as well, because Good game design. Just fantastically well made. But then after that, it should all be predictable as far as I can tell. It should all be predictable because, like, nothing else spawns and it can't screw up, as far as I'm aware. As far as I'm aware. The y plus equals 32 thing could probably still happen, but, like, for the most part, it should be okay. Don't kill. Don't kill. Cool, thanks. Why didn't you stop there? Yeah, there's just kind of nothing in a couple of these sections. Oh, there's everything. Yeah, no, that was on me. Ah, that was okay. I don't think I did great from damage, unfortunately. But hey, we got an attempt finally. Cool. Took long enough. I'm gonna leave that there because I am exhausted and this fight is tiring. And also kind of stupid. Who's streaming things? Ramzo's cool. And he's streaming a neat looking game. So I guess we'll go with him. Yeah, thank you all very much for watching. I'm going to leave that there. Get some food, have a snack, whatever. Like I said, I'll be seeing my sister tomorrow, so we'll be on stream then. Maybe Tuesday, otherwise probably Wednesday. So, yeah. Follow stream, Twitter and Discord if you want to actually, like, know when I go live for sure, because I can't see at the moment. And I'll give this another shot then, and hopefully we can get something decent going on the climb back up. See what happens. See ya.